All right, everybody, welcome to Wrestling with Reality. It's Wednesday night. Hopefully you're having a great friggin' week. I am John, and of course, joining me as always is my partner, the Ayatollah of rock and rolla, Mr. Richie Rich. What's up, Richie?
What's up, buddy? I am glad to be here tonight with you guys all. Each and every week is my favorite time of the week, but tonight is a special night because we are honoring the Le Champion, Chris Jericho, one of the guys in wrestling that I think doesn't get enough appreciation just for who he is, what he does, and what he has done in wrestling. So I'm excited for it, man. I think that Chris Jericho is one of the last of the Mohicans as far as the Attitude Eras, as far as the Monday Night Wars and stuff like that. He stood the test of time even longer than Undertaker, Triple H, The Rock, Austin, all of them. So he's still going.
What a career he's had, you know, and as Jeremy said, this show will never, ever be the same again.
Right.
He has had a long career. I think it's 35 years now is what they
35 years, and he's done just about everything you can do in the wrestling business, from going WCW, ECW, WWE. He's been to all the big promotions. He's been champion in literally every promotion he's been in. And he started from cruiserweight, you know, and went all the way up to the heavyweights and fit in with them. Which, you know, I mean, damn, what a time, dude. What a time to be a wrestling fan.
Well, what else could he ever do again? We'll talk about that in here. I mean, the guy has done everything that you could possibly
done it
do.
all.
He does, man. See, the old Lionheart, me and Richie were debating which one was going to lead us into the show at least tonight, and we went with this one, but the Lionheart one, I just played as a gag at the beginning. It's back to the old days of the yeah baby when you just run into the crowd.
Break the Walls Down is probably my favorite Jericho one of all time because, selfishly enough, I saw it when he went against Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania Live, so that was a really cool entrance.
Yeah, Break the Walls Down's the best one. I would have played it tonight, but then we would have got flagged again.
Yeah. Yep.
Lord knows. We've got hit 2 weeks in a row, so we're not trying to get nailed a second week, or a third week in a row here because it's getting pretty old with them, flagging us all the time for putting a friggin' minute-long clip or whatever in there. It's ridiculous, but
right.
He's got so many friggin' memories that we're going to talk about. Judas is a great one too, of course. You know, just goes on with the reinvention of Chris Jericho, but we'll get into Chris in a little bit. So he's our main event tonight. What's been new with you, man? You doing good?
I'm doing freaking awesome, man. We're switching over to the inventory side of things at my job, and so things are going good there. I don't have a lot to complain. You know, I'm blessed, man. I'm better than I deserve, for sure. With all the sins in my life that I've done and the person I've been, I'm definitely better than I deserve. What about you?
I am doing wonderful, bro. Just started a new job about a month or so.
Wait a minute.
What the hell?
Wait a minute.
He's here!
Holy shit, he's here.
Bro, so last week...
I didn't mean to cut you off on your answer.
No. So last week when we put it up there on the show, he commented on the YouTube page. So he was listening. He dropped some rewind knowledge on everybody.
Nice.
He dropped some great task facts for one of the questions last week. So
Perfect.
He'd love to nail me 3 times.
With that lotion, baby.
Just warms his hands up like that, right? You know?
He's like Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good, right there.
Yep.
Mr. Miyagi healed Danielson.
Yep.
Rewind can heal all the ladies.
Danielson.
Yeah, he's gonna be eating cake off their ass cheeks again.
There you go.
I know I might not be here, but I still listen. We appreciate it. Look at the excitement right here.
Oh man,
from everybody.
You make the show,
bro. Everybody's excited, right?
We need a punishment bowl. We need
Rewind. You got to come on at the end of the. You got to come on at the end of the show.
Bro. We miss you.
Just 5 minutes. We'll make just 5 minutes.
We'll make it quick. We got to hear an update. We got to hear some love stories.
I want to hear about the birthday festivities with the caking.
We need that to be an episode all in itself, but I want to hear it tonight. So Rewind, if you would grace us with your presence, we would appreciate it.
We all need to hear some good stories from the
Miyagi
dude had a birthday, had a babe, and was eating cake, and he hasn't been seen since.
No, and I don't blame him, man. He's probably flogging bitches in the woods for days.
He's living his best life right now.
That's right.
Well, it's good to see you back there, Mr. Rewind.
We missed
But
you.
no, everything's been good, man.
Laz is back too. He gets to stay with us for a little bit. Hopefully, he's been
Yeah.
gone the past couple weeks too.
Hopefully,
So
you got no appointments. I know he's been busy and
he's
stuff.
been battling his health, and Joey's in here. Joey, we missed you, brother.
Yep.
Glad you're
Jeremy's
here.
up there in the beginning.
Jeremy,
So
Jude,
yep,
we would like you to come back. Come on back.
Yep. Absolutely. But yeah, life's been good, bro. Can't complain. Started a new job about 5-6 weeks ago. I don't think I've said that on the show or anything, but I'm working for the government now. So it's a great job, great opportunity, and I'm really enjoying, it. So I mean, I just can't. I'm the same as you, man. I can't complain in life, man. I'm a lucky and blessed dude. Got a great family, got a great partner, got a great job. Life's good, man.
Life is good, dude.
Life
and
is
we get
good.
to talk wrestling with our buddies every week, which is even better.
Makes it even better. The most interesting man in the world. The world will never be the same again.
That's for sure with Rewind. A lot of women will never be the same again either.
It won't. Wrestling this week.
Maybe some dudes too. I don't know. Just
hey, whatever floats his boat, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Whatever floats his boat. No, I am not working for the CIA or FBI. I'll say that. No, I'm not working for them. No, thank you. I'm good.
Hey, who killed Kennedy, John? I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I'm a social worker by trade, right? I don't get privy to that information, all right? Right. I work in social services and stuff, so.
No shit.
Don't be kink shaming him, he says, Richie.
Oh, no. Never.
So I've been trying to do this thing, Richie, where I give a little bit more time. Hold on really quick before I give this point. Somebody give me an update. Did those rotten fucking Yankees lose yet to the Blue Jays, please? Somebody give me somebody give me an update. I don't have my ESPN on me because we're streaming now, but somebody please let me know. I want the Yankees to lose so bad and get knocked out. The Mafia killed Kennedy. Well, that's a whole other story. We could do a show on that one for sure. I do not fear Hangman Adam Page. That's a fact. So, do you fear Hangman Adam Page in any way?
I laugh at Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about him much in real life.
Yeah, so, what a joke.
Yankees lost. Yes, they got knocked out. So they can join my Mets now and all the other teams that have been knocked out now. So,
yeah, once the Diamondbacks get kicked out, I don't pay attention anymore. So,
what a waste, man. The Blue Jays just creamed them. The Yankees pulled a horseshoe out of their ass last night to come back from 6-0 or whatever.
The Blue Jays haven't been in the World Series in a very long time, have they?
Long time. So the last time they were in the playoffs, this is a hilarious story actually about baseball. So I was in Toronto 2022, I think it was. We were there for a long weekend, right around this time of year, actually. I think it was during like a Columbus Day weekend. Kids had a holiday. So me, my ex-wife, my daughter, a couple of friends and their kid ended up coming up, and we went to Toronto, and it was when the Toronto Blue Jays were playing in playoffs. I think it was the wild card round. I think it was that year, and they were leading 8-0 in the final game, and 8-0 they were leading, and we're watching it at a bar, having some dinner. Lead when it's 8-0, and the fans are all cocky as fuck. And then I'm a big baseball fan, as you know, so I'm checking the scores. And then I see the Yankees. I think it was the Yankees, or no, actually, it might not have been the Yankees. Somebody else. I think it might have been the Astros, or that it was. But whoever it was, they came back and they beat them. They came back when they were 8-0 down. I had known that. The fans, we were right next to the where the Blue Jays play in Toronto. I think it's called the On Center or something now. And everybody comes out of that motherfucker, and they are the most dejected looking group of fucking people in the world coming out of it. And just to be a prick, I just go because I usually can't stand the Blue Jays, to be honest with you. And the Canadian fans are just sometimes just god awful to deal with, in regards to rabidness for their love for their sports teams. So just like the dick that I can be sometimes, I just go up to this guy and go, "Hey man, I didn't catch the end of the game. What did the score did the Jays end up winning by?" Dude just like gives me the look of death, bro. Yeah. And doesn't want to say anything. I said, well, "What's the score, man? What do we win? Like 10-0?" I'm trying to play along with it. Motherfucker just looks at me. He's like, "We lost." Just walks away hot. Man. Everybody in that town, bro, was dejected that night. It was so fucking great to see. But I'm glad they beat the Yankees.
Good.
Glad they beat the Yankees. I've been trying something new with wrestling. I've been trying to give the shows a shot a little bit and try different ones out. So I actually tried to watch NXT last night. Do you ever watch NXT?
I don't, man. I have committed to you guys that I will continuously watch Raw every week. I will watch all the PLEs. That is probably the limit for me right now as far as a wrestling fan, because I'll tell you what, I watch wrestling every night. I watch all the oldies and stuff like that, Attitude Era, 80s. I'm trying to watch the 80s to get, the time before my time as well, so that I'm a real wrestling historian. I always claim to be that, but there's a lot of big moments that I've never seen before that I've had to go back and watch. So that's the wrestling I watch. That's the wrestling I enjoy every night. My wife is gracious enough to let me put it on every fucking night when we're going to bed. So love her for that. But yeah,
you fall asleep to Tony Schiavone nightly, man.
yeah.
We're desperately out of time.
Yeah, it makes some awkward moments, but yeah.
I just, to be honest with you, and you know this, I've said this on the show, I just don't watch much wrestling anymore. Like from the modern stuff, like I just don't have time. I'll turn on Raw occasionally with it being on Netflix and watch it once in a while if I got nothing to do. But I'm usually busy or I'm tired at that point, on a Monday night or whatever. So there's other things I typically would rather prefer watching. I'm just not that invested into some of it. Right. So I tried Raw a few weeks ago. It was all right. Really wasn't my cup of tea, my flavor of stuff.
Which one did you watch?
The one with Cody and Seth opening the show with a promo back and forth.
They're doing some pretty good promos against each other, man.
That was the best part of the show, to be honest with you. Those two had the best part of that show. And it weakens to me at the end. I think the main event was Io Sky versus, I forget who she was taking on in the main event. And then they did the whole Asuka heel turn bullshit or whatever. So I mean, the show wasn't dreadful or anything like that, but I gave it a shot. I'm not saying I wouldn't watch parts of it again, or if there was something that was interesting to me, I would check it out. But I haven't watched NXT in ages. I can't remember last time. I don't even know the people on there for the most part anymore. So I gave this whole thing that was called Showdown last night, and they were taking on the TNA people. So I listen to wrestling podcasts every day while I'm at work. I'll put my earbud in. I'll listen to Busted Open. I'll listen to any of the other ones I like. So I keep up with the stuff. So I figured they've been talking about this show with TNA, like the whole, invasion type crap that they've been doing. And everybody's been kind of raving about it. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Let's give it a whirl. I don't know the performers, really haven't watched them. So I give the show a shot last night. And I got to say, there's some real stars that are out there in this developmental territory right now. And we only got to see a small amount of them. First thing is I gotta say, it was great to see the Hardys win the NXT tag team titles. Always love seeing Matt and Jeff, and they can still go pretty good in the ring. So I know they're near.
They've held every major tag team title now after that.
Yeah, I mean, the Hardys have to be in contention for being the greatest tag team of all time for many people. They have to be in the top 5. I know we've done tag teams before, but they got to be in there.
I would say the Hardys are probably, for me personally, they're probably number 4, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say if I looked at it now, they'd be probably my top 3, I would say. Definitely in the top 5. Mm-hmm. I know it's been forever, but, since we've done the tag team, all-time greats or whatever. But these guys just keep going.
Who was your favorite tag team again of all time? I forgot.
Legion of Doom, Road Warriors. Yeah, they were definitely my all-time favorite, and I think they're the greatest tag team of all time too, in my opinion. Despite the diminished capabilities they had at the end, that always happens. But the Hardys got to be up there, right with them, and in that talk for all these teams. So I mean, great to see them win. They're going on to take on the Dudleys this week at the TNA Bound for Glory.
Do you think it's going to live up?
No, not at all. Devon looks like he can barely move around. Didn't he have a major injury and surgery that he said he should never get back in the ring again?
Yeah, I think he had. Didn't he have something to do with his stomach too? Is my understanding he was having problems with his stomach and abdominal area and stuff like that. So
yeah, I don't know.
You're not going to get a lot of these crazy spots and stuff. So I'm not. And I'm going to be honest with you, they weren't the greatest workers to begin with. And Father Time waits for nobody. So. Their table spots and all that was why everybody watched them. They're not going to be able to take bumps like that.
No. So, I mean, the Hardys can still pretty much do most things. So
the only tag team that's the exception to that fucking rule is the Rock and Roll Express.
These guys are in their 70s and they can still
they're
go.
They're taking harder bumps than anybody. So
Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, they look like they did in the 1980s for the most part.
They're going to die in the fucking wrestling ring, dude.
They are, and it's going to be what they want probably too when that happens. You got to respect their grind on life and how they've done it.
For sure.
Love the Rock and Roll Express too. I actually got a Rock and Roll Express T-shirt. I think
I
you
do
gave
too.
it to me.
Well, I got a yeah. I gave you that one, and then I got a School of Ricky Morton Academy shirt.
Yeah, he just closed it down last year.
Did he?
Yeah,
Damn.
he just closed it down last year. So now I love the Rock and Roll Express, but Hardy's win against that Dark State group. So pretty good match from what I saw of it. I didn't watch it all the way through. I was talking to my wonderful lady, and I turned it off for about an hour, and then I wanted to watch it before I went to bed last night because I was tired. So I wanted to go to bed by about 10:30 last night. And I clicked it on and I watched a little bit of the Ethan Page Ali match, which was pretty good. And then I missed the late
clown, man.
duty as an ass clown. It was a pretty good match though, from what I saw. The ladies had their Survivor Series style match. I didn't see it, but I gotta say my one takeaway from it, watching this for the modern side of things and seeing some of these new stars, they have a female on the NXT roster, and anybody who watches NXT is probably gonna, read my mind on who I'm thinking of here. This girl is special, and she has the coolest finisher in professional wrestling today. It's Sol Ruca. Have you seen her?
Nope.
You gotta watch that girl, man. She can go.
She's that good, huh?
Yeah, her finisher, bro. Her finisher is one of the coolest finishers you'll ever see. Like, she can hit this thing out of nowhere. It's just this crazy
diamond cutter, huh?
Yeah, it's like a crazy flip into like a cutter, you know.
Oh, it is a cutter. Okay.
It is. It's like a crazy flip into. No, it is. It's like a crazy flip that she does, that goes into almost like a cutter or stunner type thing. And let me give the name of her finisher. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting it right now. It is called the Soul Snatcher. So, and
it's called the what?
It's called the Soul Snatcher.
Rewind. You still in here?
Yeah, that's a perfect one for him.
Fuck.
So she typically goes up to the top rope, and then she does like this inverted move, and ends up going in and then landing this like
Jamie,
diamond cutter.
Pull up the Soul Snatcher for me. I'm just kidding. We don't have a Jamie, but let me look.
I'd pull it up right now, but we probably get flagged for it. So, check it out for the Soul Snatcher. SOL is the way she spells it.
Sol Ruca, got it. Here it is.
Yeah. I mean, she's a very beautiful girl. She's extremely talented. So, yeah, Jeremy says it's a top rope backflip into a cutter. It's insane. So she started like finding ways to hit it out of the blue like DDP would do. Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah, she's got a great look too.
Yeah, she does. Beautiful woman, great look, great in the ring, improving on the promo stuff.
Holy crap, that's a great move.
Isn't that badass, bro?
In a world where everything's been done, to reinvent something is pretty awesome.
So the cool part about what she's doing now, Richie,
she did it off a ladder, dude.
Yeah, you should see the one she did last night, man. Like, she did one basically from a standing position that she did last night and ended up hitting it right near the ropes and then landing that move. And that was the finisher for the.
I'm watching the greatest Soul Snatchers right now.
Isn't it cool, bro?
Rewind in this video. I'm just kidding.
He's getting his soul snatched and cake eaten off of her. You know what? Badass move though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great move.
Yeah, so she hits this one out of nowhere, and the thing I liked about her, she's doing it kind of like DDP would do it with the diamond cutter. Remember how cool that was with DDP or Randy Orton? That's the two things I love about the RKO and the diamond cutters, because they can hit it out of anywhere and then boom, it's done, and it's over for them. She's kind of trying to do the same thing with this extremely difficult move. The diamond cutter or the RKO is pretty easy to hit for the most part, I'm sure, for people. It's pretty standard move, whatever. This requires tons of different skills, so sure. She's really talented, Richie. So if you ever get a chance to check out some of her matches, watch this young lady work in the ring. She does.
I'm definitely gonna have to check that out.
She's good, man. She's the future of the women's division, I think. And they have a really, really solid core women's division from what I saw down there. And the TNA performers that came over in this last night too, Richie, they were really freaking good, man. Trick Williams, really great performer. Ricky Saints, aka Ricky Starks, looked really great in there. They set up a really good, feud brewing there for Trick and Ricky. And there's this guy on the men's team that I was watching. I've heard his name before. I've never seen him wrestle. His name is Javon Evans. This fucking kid, he can go, bro. He's special.
So you and I started podcasting. I think we called it back when NWA Power was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Rewind's coming. Yeah, they're coming through now, Rewind. They're coming through now. We can see them. When we started watching NWA Power, one thing that we both said was that Ricky Starks had something, and I think he's been a solid talent. He got plagued with injuries in AEW and stuff like that, but if they get him up to the main roster, I think they could do something with that kid, man.
He's got something about him that, very
It's
special in
special.
there. Yeah. I haven't always been the biggest fan of him, in all ways. We always knew, like you said, that there was just a little factor into him of things that he did. You could see that the guy had a lot of passion for it and worked really hard to get where he was at. And AEW just let him rot for the better part of like over a year, and he wasn't even injured at that point, which is just insane. But he's special, man. Yeah, this Javon Evans kid, though, like you really got to check him out. And I hope I said his name right. I think he spells it Jevon Evans. He is a fucking performer, bro. He can do some shit in the ring that I haven't seen in a long time. Him leaping over the top rope at people, how he does everything so effortlessly. Like, this guy is really good. And he's going to be a player on the main roster and in professional wrestling in the main event scene, I think, for a really long time, if he can keep his head clean, cleared.
Yeah,
stay out of trouble.
Les, I agree with you. That's kind of the comparison I drew in NWA there as well.
I think that's what he was trying to portray there at that point. And I think as he got more experience through the years, as he got more seasoning and working with better people, I think he saw that he didn't need to be the next Rock, that he needed to be Ricky Starks or Ricky Saints or whatever they're going to call him now. He needed to kind of be himself, I think. And when I'm seeing him be himself more now, he's way more entertaining. He's way better. And he resonates with the crowd. And I got to give for TNA credit too. Mike Santana over there, he was really good too, man. It's real nice to see him doing great things over in TNA. And I've never been a real big fan of this guy, but Moose is a hell of a specimen too. This guy can go in the ring as well. And I'm not trying to diminish any of the other talent. Leon Slater was a great performer in there.
I'm going to be real with you. I've never been a fan of Moose. I think I don't know. Just never.
I'm not saying I'm a fan. I'm just saying last night he's an imposing figure, and I can see where you can really build up this guy in a lot of ways too. He's got a look to him.
He got to change his fucking name. I've always thought that's the worst fucking name. Like,
he's never gonna, because they make a whole gimmick out of it. The whole entrance and everything. It's just a big part of what he does now. So, but he's a good performer too. TNA's, rumor has it with them is that they landed a bigger TV deal, or they're selling over their owner now, or their person that runs it. I think his name is Carlos Santana. I believe his name is something like that. Or Carlos Silva, that he said that there's something big that they're going to be announcing over the coming weeks. And people are speculating whether it's the sale or it's them getting a bigger television deal. I would say it could be either of them, but if I was to guess, you think they're buying them too? Yeah, I think so. I think that's what they're gonna. I think they're gonna
be doing all this fucking shit and just pushing them to the moon if they weren't.
I think that they're actually going to get both that they're going to announce in the next couple of weeks, because I think that's going to be one of the things that's contingent upon them selling, is that WWE has probably got them a TV deal of some sort somewhere. Because
I think it's a TV deal, and I think that they'll get the library on the network as well.
Yeah, they're definitely going to pick it up for nothing and going to make something out of it, and I would assume they're going to make a lot of money out of it too. There's a lot of wins still that they can get out of that with them. But it was a fairly entertaining show, NXT. I'm not going to say I would watch it again, but here's my takebacks from it, though, that the things that I didn't like. Booker T is the worst fucking commentator ever.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather listen to Mike Adamle.
Nah, Mark Henry is the worst commentator ever.
I've never heard him really on
commentary. Oh my God, don't ever do it.
Okay, I don't want to. He definitely would probably be worse, But the worst one I've heard is Booker T. I don't get how anybody can enjoy this guy's commentary. And I'll say it again.
Who I miss a lot and who I thought this person did an incredible job was JBL.
He was an incredible commentator. He was great on the last Triple Mania when he did it.
Yep.
I love JBL on commentary.
When you did it in WWE, I fucking loved it then too. He
was fantastic, JBL. He's just got such natural charisma to him. Right. Booker T, I just don't get it, man. I don't get why they just peddle this guy out there. He sucks, bro.
He sucks.
Oh, he sucks on the fucking mic. And the other one I got to say that just sucks and should have zero place on this show is The Rock's daughter, Ava. She's
She's
awful.
horrible, and she's
Awful.
You know what? Her. No, I won't even go into that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, though.
I don't like her either.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about with
Yeah.
what she posted or whatever.
Yeah, you got the right to freedom of speech, but I got the right to not like you for it too.
Yeah, and she has zero charisma, zero talent.
That apple fell way far away
Way
from
off.
the fucking tree.
She sounds like she's
not
rehearsing
even
her
pretty,
lines.
bro. Like I don't even think she's that pretty. You know?
I don't think so either. You know, I don't see anything about her that's marketable that other than The Rock being her dad. Yeah, that's it. It's like she's reading from a teleprompter and just learned it, and she just learned how to read a few years ago. The way that she performs everything. It's so robotic and performed when she does it. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
But
you see right through it.
I got to give credit to another great one that's not on NXT but was on last night and just is a guilty pleasure of mine through the years, and I know yours too, is Santino Marella. I was so happy to see him.
I love Santino Marella.
Bro.
The quarantines, remember when we were doing our show? And he did
John Cena.
Yeah. I'm stuck in the quarantines with
you. He is so fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Like, I love Santino, bro.
I love Santino Marella from day one when he won the Intercontinental title.
Yeah. You got to give the guy credit, He is hilarious. And
he took chicken salad or chicken shit, made it into chicken salad.
And then
that's a guy. And Santina Marella, all that shit was hilarious.
Hello, Mr. McMahon. You know what will happen if you mix Trump and McMahon? You'll have McTrump.
Yeah, pretty good.
He would do that shit, man, and was just so funny. I mean, when he won the Battle Royal or whatever it was in eliminating Beth Phoenix, who was his partner at the I think that's the only time I've ever found Beth Phoenix interesting at all was when she was paired with Santino.
Her god-awful haircut. She looks like ODB now. She does. Doesn't she? I mean,
yes.
God, she looks horrible. Like, what the fuck happened to you?
Oh, I never, ever.
Might as well come out in jeans with a food truck and fucking, a flask and act like ODB. Some paw prints on your breastises,
Bro, I'm telling you, that's a good analogy for her, and it's spot on.
Fucking ODB, fucking Beth Phoenix out here. Fucking, yeah, so gross.
I can't, if she's like the Michelle McCool of AEW right now. Like,
I don't know why TNA thought that was a good gimmick. ODB, like, you got like a trailer park trash fucking food truck lady out on your fucking thing. Like,
they couldn't handle us, Lazo. We would get cut off the air in about 5 minutes for using too many obscenities.
Absolutely.
We'd say something so dumb, man, like that we would get booted within about 5 minutes.
WWE's fucking investors would pull the plug.
Yeah, I feel the same, Lazo. I know Richie does too.
She's a disgusting human being. I can't stand her.
Yeah. After her tweet that she did.
Yeah, she's just horrible. No matter what side of the fucking...
You don't do it.
You don't do it.
It's awful. Horrible human when you do something like that.
Right.
Nobody's going to get rid of her because she's The Rock's freaking daughter.
Exactly.
Santino does take a great stunner.
Mm-hmm.
He sure does. Well, I'd say, Richie, if you ever want to check out a few of those people, man, or give NXT a whirl, it's definitely not. You could definitely waste your 2 hours watching something way worse than that. It really wasn't that bad.
Well, let me ask you this. You said you watched Raw recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've watched the PLEs and stuff like that. Would you say that NXT's product would rank up there better than Raw or just as good or no? No. It's NXT's that bad?
It's not that it's that bad. It's that they're learning, It's developmental for a reason.
Sure.
It's developmental for a reason. So a lot of great performers there. You know what I really don't like about NXT is you know me, I'm a big angle guy. I'm a big one that wants to see the angle and some mic work and them really digging.
You want the whole package.
Yeah, I want to see that. When I hear their performers get on the ring, 90% of them that get on that microphone are robotic and boring, and it's just like they're remembering what somebody told them to say verbatim.
I think that's where WWE's missing the boat is you had the originality, you had the authenticity of the people that played the characters, It's what you and I have said since our first podcast, man. Wrestling today is missing the characters. It's missing the storylines. It's missing the character build. The likes of Mick Foley, the Undertaker, the build and Kane, and the background in his story and stuff like that. Their names are so plain now. Their costumes are all the same. You look at the Miz and you look at Logan Paul. There's not much difference in those two costumes.
Nope.
It's all so similar, and there's no originality at all. So I think that the developmental area is the biggest reason for that. They do these cookie cutter bullshit promos all the time, and it's like, just give the person the mic and let them fucking go. That was the magic of Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was the magic of Paul Heyman. That was the magic of all these guys. You gave them a hot mic, Roddy Piper especially.
Yeah.
You gave them a mic and you believed in your talent.
It's the problem with like developmental. Developmental is great to teach people, how to work better, how to move, the psychology, whatever the intricate details are that I don't know because I'm not a wrestler. But it's got all those advantages. It has them ability to perform on a nice audience for people week after week, get some experience, get some seasoning. The disadvantage to it is the way that they do it. And I'm not saying this is the wrong way to do it, but I'm saying it's the way that you can see where their system is a certain way. People, for the majority of the people there, 90 to 95% of them, everybody does it the same exact way because that's what they're doing. They're teaching them how to do one type of promo a certain way, the way to do it. This is how you're going to do it. This is the WWE way. This is how you're going to do it. They all get out there and they're trying, it seems, to remember everything they're supposed to say more than feeling the promo and feeling
the moment.
Yeah, enjoying it. I was for Jericho, who we're going to talk about in just a few minutes. We'll get to the main topic.
One of the best promos of all time.
Absolutely. I was watching a clip from him in the Stone Cold podcast that they do on the WWE Network, the Broken Skull Sessions, and when he had Jericho on a few years ago. And they were talking about one of their favorite moments with each other in the ring. And before they went out there, they literally didn't even know what they were going to do. He said,
that's my point. Like the magic moments that you get from that are so unique. And the reason why we remember them so much is they are so authentic and from the heart. You have to pull that from somewhere, and there's special moments like that. Could you imagine if Jake Roberts had a fucking a writer telling him what to say? Like Jake Roberts would be a blip in the fucking time frame. He would be nothing. His promos were what made him so special. Arn Anderson, another one. Arn Anderson would go out there. He was like the uncle that sat around the campfire and he brought you in with his storytelling and metaphors and different things like that. Like, when you have guys, and I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything like that. When you have guys like A-Train, Albert, Tensai being your guy that teaches these people how to be superstars. I'm sorry, he was never a superstar himself. Shawn Michaels doesn't get to go around to every person. Undertaker doesn't have the schedule to get around to every person. At some stage, you can teach them how to take bumps and be wrestlers in your developmental. That's what that's supposed to be for. Let them develop their characters and their personality and their promos themselves, and trust your talent that they'll go out there and deliver, because that's what they used to do, and that's what made those promos so authentic. When Stone Cold and The Rock went out there and they went against each other in a promo battle, they pushed each other to be better. They pushed each other to make promos that made sense and delivered. Triple H was the same way. Chris Jericho was the same way. All these guys were the same way.
If they had to deviate from the plan, it would be so interesting to see, like some of the people on what they would do. Jericho was talking about when they were in the ring, and him and Stone Cold threw him the beer, and Jericho ends up dropping the beer, and it kills the whole end, that you're going to do when you go do the toast with Stone Cold. And Jericho just improvs the whole thing after that and makes it even better by forgetting it. And it makes it more memorable and funny. Imagine one of the newer talents now that if something happened off the cuff that changed the scope of what they were doing by a little bit, they would probably be lost, most of them, and they wouldn't even know how to react towards it. And that's a problem. Yeah, I've seen this, Jeremy, where he writes it on the promo.
He did, but that's because The Rock, I mean, you got to understand something. The Rock totally changed who he was as a person, went to Hollywood and stuff, and that's one of the ways that actors help them self-remember their lines. So I think in a way he took what he learned from Hollywood and brought it back. back in the 90s and early 2000s and stuff, The Rock never wrote his shit on his wrist. He always went out there off the cuff and was The Rock. Another one that is just forgot where he came from and shit like that. Like I don't understand why all of a sudden in WWE's culture they shifted from doing that after all the magical moments they had and all the unscripted time that they had where they had these great iconic moments. And somebody in a boardroom somewhere said, you know what we need to do? We need to have writers that print up that majority of them aren't fucking wrestling fans or wrestling historians for that matter. And they write these fucking promos. And it's just hot, regurgitated garbage over and over and over again. And that's why people like you and me, who are wrestling fans, are huge fucking marks, I'll admit it, we have tuned out because there's no connection anymore.
Sometimes it's like they almost insult our intelligence. And, you know, to me, that's where you kind of start losing me too. Rewind says Tiffany Stratton went off the script of Charlotte. Did Charlotte?
And it was a beautiful moment. I saw that. It was a beautiful moment, and she got reprimanded for it.
Yep.
That's what made those Austin and Rock promos so special. That's what all the one. If you touch a little bit on personal shit, it adds this ooh and ah factor. Like, ooh, that stung. Was that real? Was that meant to happen? You know.
When Charlotte hit Tiffany Stratton first in that one, Tiffany took it personally, and that's what I'm saying. That's where they can't handle it. Tiffany probably couldn't handle in that moment, got offended by the whole thing, and I think she started it with about the Kaiser stuff, her boyfriend sliding into her DMs or something like that, and then Tiffany goes and starts nailing her with the divorces stuff and you know all the shit that's going on in her personal life. Tiffany definitely showed that she couldn't handle it because she had to go off cuff and take it personally. That was a catty move from a woman to a woman that personally they were upset. So they went outside the scope of it. Charlotte did look lost to me because I don't think she knew how to react towards that at that moment. She gave some like lazy comeback.
And she's so used to being babied and like, you know what I mean? She didn't know what the fuck to do, but you know, but that's kind of the thing too, man, is those moments are memorable moments and they create a sort of competition between the two and it takes you to the next level of storytelling, you know? And that's what this job is fucking storytelling. Nobody's going to sit here and have ChatGPT write your promos and read them on air. That'd be like you and I going every week and asking ChatGPT to write us a script for our show. All you guys would tune out within a matter of minutes, you know, because it'd be regurgitated, boring shit.
Yep. That was the fun of the Attitude Era and all those times when people went off cuff with one another.
The bad promos are good too.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's the fun of it. The best promo in the last 5 years was when MJF and CM Punk meet.
That was a good one.
I don't remember it very well. That was a good one.
That was a really good one.
I'll have to check that out again. I'm sure I saw it, but I don't really remember it right offhand. That would be a
Punk's AEW era was so forgettable because it was so like.
What did it last, a year or two?
Yeah, a year or two. It was so plagued with controversy that it was just like.
Yeah.
There was something happened that was more exciting behind the scenes than on TV.
Well, here's a good parlay for that into a different subject that I want to get your opinion on. I don't know if you saw this, but it came out on the internet the other day. I'll put it up on the screen here because we have to do it justice and put it up on the screen. So just to dissect this and rip this person apart because they deserve it. Let's be honest.
Rad Rob?
No.
I didn't bring my green hat.
No green hats today. So did you see this shit with Just Incredible?
I knew you were going to bring this up because you got a personal vendetta against this guy.
I have no vendetta against Justin.
Well, not a vendetta, but you've had a personal experience with this man that was not.
He was a nice guy. I liked him.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I liked him. He was a super nice guy. This is the first thing I was going to say.
He's kind of a carny ass, bro. He's kind of a carny a little bit.
He was the first, and I've said it a bunch of times here, I think, through the years on the show, for those who weren't around 7 years ago when we started it, that he was our first guest. He was on the first episode of Wrestling with Reality, actually. So we had reached out to him, and I have never paid for an interview in my existence of podcasting. The only thing I've ever done for an interview was this one time, okay? First time we were doing it, I wasn't going to give anybody money for anything. That was always my thing. I said, me and you have always said that right from the start. We would never pay anybody to come on the show if we wanted to do interviews. And I reached out to him right before the show started, and he responded instantly. This was when I was on Twitter years ago. And he just said, hey, would you buy a t-shirt from me and I'll come on your show? So I was like, okay, cool. I'll get a t-shirt. Not a big deal. Whatever. Buy the t-shirt from him. And he says, all right, I'll do your podcast on this date. Motherfucking no shows. Couldn't get a hold of him. You know, that's why I said I can attest to him being a no-shower. Then the second time we were going to bring him on, he no-showed again. Whatever, you know, I'm like, this is great start into podcasting here. Get him on the phone. He's like, I'm so sorry, I'll do the show tomorrow. Then the next day comes. He does end up showing up like maybe a half hour, 45 minutes late. We do the interview. He's a super nice guy, wonderful, all that shit. Good dude, not mean in any way at all. So dude never sent me the shirt. First, gotta throw that out there too. Never sent the shirt.
Sounds like Vampiro.
Yeah. Never sends the shirt, whatever. He was totally strung out at the time, and he's continued, obviously, to continue to do this with his life. And it's just became worse through the years. So I do not have anything bad personally to say. I think he's a really nice guy to me for my dealings with him. But I don't like crooks, and I don't like liars, and I don't like thieves, and I don't like people that steal shit. You know me, that's like the one thing I always tell you. Dishonesty and stealing are like two things to me I just can't have in my life. This fucking guy is the ultimate thief. Through the years.
You know what's fucked up is you took so much heat for that with the Vampiro thing. Like everybody said that you were the thief in the matter. And I'm like, wait a minute. The reason why you and I met is because you refunded my money.
And gave it back to you out of what? Whose money was it that
it was out of your money, not Vampiro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. When people were saying that shit when I didn't do the show with him.
You were trying to say that you profited off his name even after he left and all that.
You can attest to that on your fucking right, man, on your eyes, on your children. Did I give you your money back?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because some other scumbag didn't want to do it because these wrestlers are carnies at times, and that's what they do. So I have no respect for people who are thieves, and I have no respect for people who steal from people. This guy just steals from people over and over and over and over, and he lies to them, and they're stupid enough to keep doing it. Yep. So he puts this thing up online the other day. He must be desperate again, or something's going on with him, where he was asking people for help. He said he was in a car accident. He had gotten discharged from the hospital, and he needed money to buy gas for his tolls, and so he could get home. And he posts this picture with these electrode things on his chest. Look at the backboard right there of that, Richie. Is that a hospital backboard right there?
No way, dude.
It's a fucking hotel backboard. And he's got a big glob of mustard right underneath his lip right there.
Dude looks like he just left the fucking local sandwich shop, drank a couple 40s.
Bro, he was 100% down there, like you said, having a couple of fucking Mad Dog 40-40s, 40s.
20s, yeah.
He's going out and getting himself a fucking hot dog that's been sitting there for 2 days in the vending machine.
Yeah.
This guy has the gall, once again, to try to scam people out of money and say he needs money to get gas and all this stuff. He was in the hospital, and whether he got in a car accident or not, or was hurt, I don't know. But hopefully he wasn't. That hopefully that didn't happen to him. Maybe it did happen a little bit. So this guy has an unfortunate situation, probably never went to the hospital at all. I don't know where he gets these electrodes things that he's got. They're not even hooked up. And then he's posting his picture to insinuate that he's in a hospital bed with mustard on his fucking lips.
Nah, man, it's just remnants from his Aldo Montoya mask.
Bro, yeah, it's still sticking to him. That looks like my backboard to my bed. Me and Justin had some fun food play. You know what I'm talking about.
Jesus Christ. That's the massage parlor that Rewind runs that he's laying in right now.
Is this guy the biggest carny in wrestling, or is it just
He's a punch, dude. I never saw the upside in Just Incredible. Even in ECW, I never liked him. I was blown away that he was a member of the Clique. I never understood what they saw in him. He was friends with X-Pac, and that was like his claim to fame. So, and then when he was in that horrible group called X Factor, where X-Pac was the leader, it was like, Jesus Christ.
You know how he came to be friends with the Clique? It was in somebody's book. I think it was, I forget whose book it was in, but he was a young guy. He wasn't even 21 when he came over. I think he maybe even told this story when he was on our podcast, actually. The first time, when we had him on that first episode. I think he actually told. No natty. Ugh. But
dude, that would be an explosive interview.
No,
I don't even think it would be like Theo Von interviewing the governor, Jesse Ventura. There would be no words getting in at all. It would just be John Wangland cussing Natty out, telling her what's what. And then her rubbing makeup all over her face, saying
I
that
would go on Busted Open just to fucking clown her if I knew I could get away with it and get a free pass without getting some heat for that. But I would go right after that. But
what I would give for that moment just to be the referee.
You know I would do it too.
Oh, dude, I would wear a referee shirt.
Just sit back, get your popcorn, and enjoy. Because I'm gonna.
And I would stroke my beard like her daddy.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Every time I get a zinger on, you're just gonna grab it and just do the Jimmy Animal. Yeah, baby, yeah. But credible. The reason he became like somewhat part of the clique and riding with them was he was under the age of 21 and couldn't rent a car. So he was riding with all the agents like Chief Jay Strongbow and Tony Gurria and all the people that were big backs. Arnold Skolin, I think at the time, he had to ride with them to get from town to town. Scott Hall had saw it, one of our all-time favorites. He saw he was riding with them, went up to him and asked him, say, "Hey kid, how do you get around to the shows?" And he's like, "Oh, I get a ride with whoever can, take me." He's like, who they have you riding with? They got me with Pat. They got me with Tony. They got one Chief Jay. And he's like, "Well, that's done right now. And you're riding with us." And he became like one of their, kind of members, I guess you would say, or friends or acquaintances. That's how it came about with him, Richie, and riding with them. Scott was being nice to him.
Yep.
Sean's doing his version on the Piper's Pit. I'm not going to hit her with a coconut, as I'm not hitting any ladies unless it's just a wrestling match. So,
oh my God, rewind!
Your referee shirt's at my place. Anytime you want to pick it up, we had some fun.
Oh my God,
Jesus Christ!
I missed you, dude. I missed you so much. You made the show.
Rewind, this guy.
Welcome.
What type of referee shirt do you got over at his place?
Oh man, you wouldn't believe it. It's got the nipples cut out with the tassels.
Do you have the Shawn Michaels outfit for the referee?
Man, the short shorts and yep, absolutely. With the Shawn Michaels Wrestling Academy T-shirt.
I wonder what Brett hates more. Somebody brings up Goldberg or Natty calling him Uncle Brett.
Did you see the video I sent you? Where at the okay?
Yes, at the concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was literally a I hate Goldberg song.
Yep. Shit's classic, man. Like,
and Bret Hart's just standing there smiling.
Yeah, just fucking smiling and grinning. Just enjoying every minute of them bashing him.
But dude, if he was smart like a businessman, he would capitalize on it, and his pro wrestling tee store would be oh man. It would be fucking amazing because if he made a I hate fucking Bill Goldberg shirt, it would be the hottest pro wrestling tee out there.
I'd buy one.
I would buy one in a heartbeat.
I'd buy one in a second.
I'd buy one for my dog.
The look on his face in that video when they're singing, though, the grin on it, just
it was like all the demons just left him. He was just happier and can be.
He might be one of the most miserable.
Stu would even be smiling.
Yeah, he might be one of the most miserable human beings ever with all this complaining sometimes. And I love Brett, don't get me wrong. that. He's one of my all-time favorites. But, do you still have your hook card from Rewind, Richie?
I do. Give me two. Go ahead and keep going on your point. I'll pull it out here.
Yes, I was going to say, he might be one of the biggest complainers ever at certain points, and it gets so agitating and annoying to many people. But I'll say this about Brett, though. His charisma and the way that he carries himself when he's taking care of these people and just eviscerating them over and over again. And he never backs down ever. Like, he always voices what he wants to say about anybody. It's just how he is. Is it to his detriment? I'm sure, yes, at certain points. But I got to give him credit. Like, he at least has the balls.
I think my wife thought I was a homosexual and got rid of it.
Took it away. Oh, yeah. He'll get you another one.
Yeah, no worries.
You get another one. Yeah. What I was saying about Brett, though, Richie, is that whether he's a complainer or not, I respect the fact that he voices what he wants to say whenever he wants to say it. He has zero fucking regards for what he says and who it offends. And you know what? You got to give him credit. They still bring him back all the time when they can.
You talking about Rewind?
No, I'm talking about Bret Hart.
I'm just kidding.
Rewind's a good one. He never says anything.
One of the worst moments in wrestling history that broke my heart was when Bret Hart got tackled in the ring when he was giving that speech. You remember that? We were watching that shit live. I remember that. It was so horrible.
Yeah, at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get stabbed or something by that idiot, but yeah.
It was one of the few times I liked the FTR when they soccer punted that fucking fan in the head on the way out.
Yeah, I was pretty happy about that.
Because that dumb fuck definitely deserves to get his ass whooped for what he did. The man had a stroke, okay? Like,
Yeah, you tackle him. Like, what kind of monster are you,
you
you
gotta be a
idiot?
piece of shit to do that to a man.
Especially in the moment he was honoring a friend. It wasn't even about Bret Hart that night. You know?
Yeah, it was one of his closest friends in the world, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
John will put John, watch out. Natty's going to put you in the sharp. I got 50 counters for her sharpshooter. Okay.
Yeah.
Jericho's the man of 1,004 holds. I'm the man of 50 counters for Natty's fucking sharpshooter.
There you go.
She ain't tapping me out. Rewind. All right. I ain't going to happen.
Wangland will reach back there with his arms and fucking give her a wedgie, and she'll let that shit go in a heartbeat.
I would never tap out to her in any way. Ever. Zero fucking chance. I will pass out. Do you
think she's pretty?
No, I do not. No. Do I think she's ugly? Not at all. I don't think she's ugly. I think she's a pretty woman in some ways. Yeah, but not hot to me. I wouldn't want to go after it. You know.
Do you think Natty Neidhart has ever been talented at anything?
No, I don't. I think she's talented in fucking fuck all.
I think your nickname about sums her career up. Nothing happening, Natty.
There is nothing that is exemplary about her. Zero.
I just laugh when everybody calls her a legend and shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck is she a legend of? The Divas era?
Trish Stratus is a legend, okay?
Yes.
Lita, gotta say for the women, legend. Fabulous Moolah, legend. Sunny, even, we'll give her credit. She was a legend for what she did and what she wrote about. God, fucking He had John been practicing his grappling with me. He is slick. It's all the baby oil.
He'd been hanging out with Pete Diddy.
Yeah,
Daddy.
Yeah, we're getting the Diddy oil. All right, that's
Diddy
why.
Oil.
That's the way to get out of the sharpshooter, though. There is one way: you just lather yourself up with some baby oil.
God, I don't want to picture this anymore.
She ain't hitting the fucking sharpshooter for beans.
Not for shit, bro. And then if you eat watermelon, watch the fuck out, Natty. I'm telling you.
I find white women attractive, Jeremy. I'm just not. They're not my flavor. You know, it's I'm obvious. It's pretty obvious.
In with the racism now. Jesus Christ, we're gonna get canceled.
I do find white women very attractive for some of them. They're not my favorite. You know, like for me, my preference is Asian women. So it is. You know, I like what I like. Everybody likes. Rewind likes to eat cake off the ass of a girl. You know. I love Asian women.
John likes to eat fucking wonton soup off a chick. I don't know.
I like Asian's just my favorite, you know. So do I think Natty's ugly? No, not at all. You know, she's a pretty woman in her own way. She's just not my type, you know, for the looks department. Don't forget the most beautiful woman who's ever stepped foot in a wrestling ring, Nicole Bass, a true legend of women's wrestling and very easy on the ice. I know you're kidding, Jeremy.
Yeah, me too. I knew you were kidding too.
Nicole Bass.
I bet you Rewind would flog the shit out of Nicole Bass, bro. Or let Nicole Bass flog the shit out of him, whichever way that would go.
Is she one of the most untalented fucking women's performers ever?
I'll just never forget like the look on Val Venus's face when he was like in a program with her and he's just like, this is what my fucking career's come to. Jesus Christ. I was the fastest rising star and went to this. Like
now I got Nicole Bass.
Now I got Nicole Bass.
I would shit myself and get out of the sharpshooter. I think
he'd rather really chop his dick off than fucking
choppy your pee-pee.
Yeah.
I would shit myself and get out of the sharpshooter that way. It is a way to get out of it. That might be
John Wangland fucking watermelon. He's gonna shit himself and get out of that sharpshooter.
Oh, bro, that's watermelon is one of my favorite things in the world to eat. But for those who don't know, I'm very allergic to it, which means that it doesn't like make my skin have any problems or anything like that, or throat or issues. It gives me the worst case of the fucking squirts.
It evacuates his bowels.
Bro, evacuates. If I ever wanted to do a cleanse and drop 20 pounds, I just got to glom down about a quarter of a watermelon. I'll be on that toilet for the rest of the fucking night and probably into the morning.
Yep.
And I do it to myself sometimes because I love eating the fruit, but I would definitely have to stock up on some. So if she got me in the sharpshooter, Liza, I could do that. It'd be a good, quick way to get her away.
How the fuck did we get off on this?
I don't know. Everybody likes to hear my rants on Natty.
Yep.
Everybody always loves the Natty rants. So, and it's fun to see everybody that's kind of joined in. You know.
Yep, for sure.
I think everybody would pretty much be in agreement with us that she friggin' sucks, man.
For sure.
Waterfish. Oh, okay. Jeremy says the same way with waterfish. I like some Asian women too, John. They are prime rib. They will look after you. Oh, absolutely, man. Great women. Some of the most wonderful women in the world are Asian women. But there's many amazing white, black, Hispanic, all of whatever you like. Great women everywhere. Great people. I think the most beautiful woman of all time in wrestling is Trish Stratus, though. Say that right there. So I definitely do find them attractive.
God, that could be a whole show in itself. Good Lord.
The hottest women in wrestling.
You know, I was always a Stacy Keibler guy.
Oh, great too. Beautiful. This could be a topic that we could do in a few weeks.
Yep, for sure.
You know, most beautiful women. So,
from pro wrestling to poop kink, you get it all in here at Wrestling with Reality.
Doesn't matter. Nothing's off limits. What do we say, right?
Off limits.
KFC these days makes me lose weight. Makes me run to the toilet for a week.
God.
I hate KFC food. Do you like it?
KFC has lost its way since the fucking early 90s, man.
Me and you were talking about this with fast food the other day when you were texting me last week.
I fucking despise it.
Oh, it's the worst.
My body goes into shock when I start eating that shit because I eat nothing but home cooked food for my wife, man. And like now it's just like, God damn, every time I touch something fast food, it just destroys your stomach. And it's because the processed chemicals and stuff. I know Ricky's probably not on here tonight, but I had a great conversation with Ricky, our one of our newer listeners and stuff like that. I got his number and he's suffering from diverticulitis like I am, and one of the main contributors is processed food, you know. And it's horrible shit. It's so bad for your gut health and the way it breaks down in your body. I was watching a video the other day of a McDonald's Big Mac from 18 years ago that somebody had bought, and it is still the same as the day they bought it. That just gives you an idea that the bacteria won't even eat the shit or break it down. And bacteria eats your feces for real. Like it won't even touch a Big Mac. That's fucked up, you know.
When was the last time you ate at a McDonald's?
I can't tell you the last time. I can tell you the last time I ate at McDonald's. It was probably 2-3 years ago, and it was because we were on vacation and driving, and it was just there, and it was the breakfast though, and so
they got great sausage, egg and cheese McMuffins.
They've got, and if you look at the ingredient, they actually use real eggs for that. It's not powdered mix or any of that type of shit. So they use real eggs. I stay away from bread nowadays. I don't know about you guys. I don't eat bread. It's horrible for you. I love bread. Don't get me wrong. It's horrible for you. So yeah, I don't care for fast food.
You guys tell me in the States, especially here, because I don't know what's like overseas for you, Les. I've been doing a bunch of McDonald's.
The chemicals are banned everywhere else that are in our fast food.
Well, this is my thing about McDonald's and my beef with them. My daughter likes them once in a while, so I'll pick them up. She likes their chicken nuggets and stuff, so we'll go there.
The worst pink slime.
I know, but she likes it once in a while, so I get the chicken nuggets or whatever. Every fucking McDonald's that I ever have gone to for the last probably 10 years are the slowest, most idiotic, dumb fucking places ever when you go there. You go through the drive-thru and you could order a fucking Coke or a water, and those motherfuckers are going to make you wait. Yeah, they're going to make you wait fucking 30 minutes to get that Coke. They are the slowest, worst place ever.
Not just that, dude, but like they have this McCafe stuff, and I like coffee. Like I'm a coffee drinker, man. And I always get the same thing. It's either a macchiato or a fucking frappuccino. And you go through there, the machines are always fucking broken. So it's
like the ice cream machine for them. That's the running joke with them. It's
pointless to even fucking offer it, you know?
Yeah.
So
just ridiculous.
Sorry to get off on a tangent. I know it's supposed to be about Chris Jericho, but
hey, it all adds up. And this is the show. We have fun. We talk about a lot of stuff. Just remember the farting scene from the Nutty
Professor. What a
Hercules!
What a great movie. Keeping up with the clumps.
Well, yes, it is. Well, you guys, we're going to get to the main event right after a quick 5-minute break. Let's take 5 minutes, hit the bathroom, grab a water.
Rewind. We still want our punishment bowl at the end here.
Yes, after we get done with Chris Jericho Rewind, you got to come on for 5 minutes if you got time. So we'll take about a 5-minute breather, everybody. We'll be back in 5. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about Chris Jericho's best moments. We'll see you in 5. right, we're back, everybody. Hopefully,
I got something to say, man, before we get going on Chris Jericho real quick.
What's that?
Is there a feeling in the room, or is it just me that, like, society as a whole is just fatigued on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
Yeah, because his film just flopped at the box office, bro.
They spent
50 million.
30. Oh, it was 50 million.
That was the total cost of doing it. Was 50 million bucks.
$50 million, and they did 6 million at the box office.
No disrespect to Mark Kerr. Did you see the original Smashing Machine movie years ago that they made about him, the documentary?
No.
Okay, go back and check it out. I think it's on YouTube for free, and it's actually very interesting. And it's the real documentary of his rise and his fall in many ways, and his drug usage, and all that shit. But I gotta say this: who was jumping up and down to see another movie about Mark fucking Kerr? Anyways,
it ain't even just that. It just seems like the world as a whole is just tired of The Rock, and anything he does anymore, it's just people are bashing him. The XFL purchase flopped. His movies are flopping. All these different things. It's like the coolest moment was the Cody Rhodes thing with The Rock, and I'll take that to the grave. It was one of my favorite things, but man, I'll tell you what, it just seems like the mood in the room has changed with him. I don't know if it was his involvement with politics or whatever it was. But people just don't give a fuck about The Rock anymore, man.
I think his time is just kind of wearing down. I think it's just wearing down after all these years.
Yeah.
If he there's no way he needs the money.
No, he's almost a billionaire.
Yeah, the Black Adam movie was terrible too. Did you see it?
Yeah.
I tried to watch it twice. So it was on long flights I take when I go overseas all the time. I got 25 hours of freaking flying and flights, and Black Adam is always on the the thing on the movies for the plane. I tried one time when I was going over on my way over. I couldn't do it. I fell asleep. Then I tried it a second time on the way back, a couple trips back, and I don't know what they were thinking. It was terrible. It was awful. Like, that was very telling how bad that flopped and how much that sucked with him.
Well, dude, I'm gonna be real with you. He does not look healthy after this film either. There's something going on with his gut or something, that he put on too much muscle mass for that film and it fucked his body up. But he looked, when somebody showed me a picture of him in that blue shirt with his glasses on, he looked like the soul was just sucked out of him, Something's going on with him medically.
You got to wonder with people too, especially when you've made that much money as they have. Like, I don't know about you, and then we'll get to Jericho right after this, guys. But I don't know about you. If I made all that type of money that he's made in his life, like, I'm sorry, man, I wouldn't still be working right now. Like, I wouldn't. No. What do you guys? Would you guys work if you made a ton of money like that? Like, would you continue going? I mean, I love to work and I'm industrious, but I could find a million other things that I'd rather do with my time than going to work. Like,
sure,
he's got to have hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. I think he's worth close to $1 billion or some shit.
I think he's 7 or 8 million or 800 million now. But what do you? Do you think he looks healthy? I mean, he maintains that he's healthy. I don't think he looks healthy. I thought that was a wax figure, and to come out that was an authentic picture of him, there's something wrong with The Rock, dude.
He had gained 30 pounds of muscle for the Mark Kerr film, and he had gained 30 pounds of muscle, and they said that he lost the weight for a role that he's doing that's coming up, that he lost all that weight for it. I mean, if you're doing it for a role, I can see it. I get it. That's what they want. I remember when Matthew McConaughey did that in a film. I think it was for Sahara or something when he did it, where he looked like skin and bones, like he was going to die. I
remember when 50 Cent did it when he was a cancer patient on a movie, and it was fucking brutal too.
Yeah. So if you're doing that for a movie, people are going to question if you're healthy or not, or what's going on with you, because you can tell them you're doing it for a movie. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but people worry about you when you look like that, especially when you go.
I'll tell you what, I saw a picture of Triple H with Stephanie McMahon at the beach the other day, and my God, you see him with his shirt off now, which, Father Time waits for nobody, and
he still looks good.
He still looks good, but he definitely ain't the game anymore.
He's not on the gear anymore, bro.
No, he ain't.
here anymore. He ain't hitting it hard like he used to. So
Right.
my favorite Rock film is Faster, followed by the Walking Tall remake. I like the Walking Tall remake. Too.
Gridiron Gang was one of my favorite Rock movies.
Good one, I think Jeremy said that right here. Yep, Jeremy agreed with you. The last film with The Rock was the film Faster. I didn't mind the Rock series, Young Rock. I didn't either, Les. I actually thought it was kind of entertaining, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't
Yeah.
bad. Just
I
seems
like
like
the
there's a
stories.
Rock fatigue. Maybe they need to reset it a little bit, let him go away for a while.
There it is right here. Rewind said it. Matthew McConaughey did it for the Dallas Buyers Club. He was 127 pounds. Jesus. The Rock's still probably 200 pounds, maybe 185. So we're used to seeing him so jacked up. We're not used to seeing him skinny. Yeah. I bet you looking at him, he's probably 210, probably 215-ish. If I was to take a guess, now from what I've seen. But you got to figure there's probably
no way he could come back and be the final boss character looking like that.
No. He's no way. I don't think you're going to see him on TV much anymore. I just don't. I mean.
So you think this is it for him?
I think he's going to come back to WWE eventually and try to at least. And I don't know that there's going to be this huge interest for him if he keeps flopping out like he does. So, everybody's a power player, and can get what they want until they're not, And
Conor McGregor's finding that out the hard way right now.
He sure
got suspended for 18 fucking months.
Yeah, for was it performance enhancing drugs or just dirty drugs?
No, it was him not showing up for the piss test.
Oh yeah, okay. Which means that he probably didn't show up for what reason?
But ironically, he can fight for March 26th card for the White House. So
yeah, it's June 14th. They just said
June
today.
14th. Excuse me.
So he'll be back just in time, right?
Yep.
He'll be back just in time. Yes, Big Dick Cody Rhodes would snap the Rock in half.
Cody Rhodes' mama would snap the Rock in half.
He has AIDS. Okay, so that's why he lost all that weight, Jeremy, for that film. 127 pounds, Rewind said. That's crazy. Can you imagine that?
The whole body.
Yeah. I mean, just it's a wild transformation for those who haven't seen it. Look it up for Matthew McConaughey and you can see it. He looks like he's ready to die, which makes sense because Jeremy just said his character had AIDS in it. That's what they're trying to portray probably. So there you go. The Rock should practice being more diverse in his personality, not act like Jim Carrey, where most of his films, minus one or two, are the same over the top, charismatic, boring acting. Yeah, The Rock's been pretty much, it's been pretty much universal for him through the years. He's always the ass kicker for the most part. He does some comedy and other things here and there, but I don't think he's a bad actor.
I don't think he's a bad actor, but I think The Rock, for the most part, when he was staying out of certain things, it's just like with everything else. When you start bringing politics into your fucking spiel, whether you're one way or the other side's always going to hate you or be toxic. So I think the stuff with Hawaii and him teaming up with Oprah and then putting his name in the hat for Biden and all that shit, it wasn't needed, whether you're left or you're right. And I think it just tainted his picture a little bit.
When are people going to learn that it's the dumbest thing in the world to do? Like
you and I learned it.
Yeah, 100%. Because let's be realistic. You're going to alienate in today's day and age half your audience by doing it.
Right off the rip. You already alienate people based off your personality. Some people are just not going to like you. So you make a conscious decision to alienate half plus the people that aren't going to like you anyway.
Yep. It's just dumb. And like I said, we've all done it too. So we're not major stars like these guys, when we did it in our stupid moments and things.
Right.
It's why
I'm not a head of a board of fucking TKO.
Yeah. It's why me and Richie have there's like one rule. No, I'd say two rules that we have for this show. Don't be a disrespectful puke. Okay. Like have fun, make jokes. We have thick skin. Don't be a disrespectful puke. And like other one is we don't do politics. This isn't a politics show. We talk about lots of other stuff opposite, but there are things in life, but we don't do politics on the show. So two simple things we have. Don't be a dick. Don't talk politics. It's so simple because these guys alienate themselves when they do it.
Yep.
Even our main event topic here tonight, Jericho. Jericho's kind of done it, through his career as well.
Yes.
He's done it at certain points. He, I think, learned from it, though, and has kind of steered clear of it for years now and just said, he dabbled in a little bit. look at the all-time great Hulk Hogan, what it did to him.
Yikes.
Yeah. I mean,
And just so
shows.
you know, Hulk Hogan's case is still open, by the way, criminally.
Yes, it is. There's going to be more we're going to hear about that in the future, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Going to be more we'll hear about that. Well, we're an hour and 20 minutes in, so let's get into Chris Jericho. The greatest Chris Jericho moments. This is a show that just popped up into my mind this week. I was listening to Busted Open, and they had Chris Jericho on there, and they were talking about his 35 years in the business and talking about some of his moments, you know, in his career and his favorite moments, and they were giving theirs, and I was like, we got to give ours, because Chris Jericho has had some tremendous moments in his 35-year career. I first got exposure to him in WCW, of course, you know, the original Lionheart days when he was coming in, and I always liked something about him. And when he went heel for the first time is when I became a diehard Chris Jericho fan. So I'll say that right off the bat. I'm going to talk a lot about his heel shit here, but he transformed himself so many times in his career through the years now. He's probably one of the most successful wrestlers ever, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's even more so. He's one of the most successful wrestlers, but he's one of the most experienced wrestlers of all time. Because, like I said, he's been from the bottom of the card with the Cruiserweight Championship all the way to the top. He's literally held every title that you could speak of. He's literally had feuds with every wrestler that you could speak of. He's one of the only people, the only man to say that he beat on pay-per-view the two kings at the time of wrestling, The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, in the same night. Yes, wrestling is scripted, and I'm not naive in saying it's still real to me, damn it, or anything like that, but I'm just saying the company, WWF at the time, believed in him so much so that they had him go over their two biggest stars from one night.
Yep. Absolutely. And let's be realistic about him. WWE's always been, you know, in professional wrestling for the most part has always been this way too. It's been a big man sport, you know, where the big men have always been the one getting pushed. Jericho is definitely not that. He was a cruiserweight. No. You know, he was a small guy, maybe 215, probably 220 tops, I would say.
Right.
You know, give or take a few pounds. The guy's not over 250 pounds for sure. And probably walking around at 215, 220-ish, I would say.
The shit that everybody keeps giving him shit for the way his body looks and stuff like that. Like, all these Cheeto-dusted motherfucking fingers at home and stuff talking on your couch. Chris Jericho has done more in his life in 6 months than you'll do in your whole fucking life. So
yeah, the guy's been wrestling. He's been wrestling across the world. He's been on mainstream television shows.
He's got his own cruise every year where it's sold out. Like, come on.
And whether you like his music or not, there's a huge fan base for him too that he has as well. Tours all around the world with his band. The guy lives his dream every single day. You know. Yep. Like,
and he's got a beautiful family too.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Beautiful wife. I think he's got 2 kids, right? Boy and a girl.
Yep.
Yeah, like the guy's done it right. I think he still looks great for his age.
His dad was a pro hockey player. Like,
yeah, who's gonna look like $1 million all the time when you're in your 50s? You know, come on.
Look at Ric Flair. He always looked like shit. He was the biggest fucking wrestling icon, you know, besides Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, 100%. But Jericho's WCW stuff got me, especially when he got over, and I have a million moments from it, but I'm going to let you kick it off, and it could be any moments. We want to hear you guys' too. Type them in the comments, you know, for some of your favorite moments that you have for Jericho. But let me start with you. What's one of your favorite Jericho moments?
My favorite Jericho moment in WCW of all time was when he was making a mockery of their biggest star, and that was their homegrown, you know, hero that they made, Bill Goldberg. And Jericho would not take no for an answer to get this match with him, to where he was taunting him every week on Monday Nitro, calling him Greenberg. And oh my God, the vignettes, the promos, Ralphus being a security guard, which you see this lovely ChatGPT generated.
No, I actually made this one up.
You made this one, great. At least they look like each other this week.
Yeah, it's actually the real people because I did it this week. So.
Anyways, he had his beautiful security member there, Ralphus, who rest in peace, my friend. But one of my favorite moments was when he got lost going to the ring. It was, I'll never forget it. Me and my brother watching, and even my sister, who wasn't a wrestling fan at the time, was watching with us. And good God, that was one of the funniest moments that I still think of to this day. Where he's walking the ring, he's like, "Where the fuck do we go?" And they kept opening the door to the outside and shit. Like,
when he goes to go. when he goes to I just watched it today, and he runs to the outside when he got lost in one room originally, and then he goes to the other end and gets lost, and he gets so mad he starts playing it up. He goes, "Where is the damn ring?" And he's just jumping up and down, having a fucking hissy fit over it. Oh,
right.
God. You forgot he had another security guard there, and the guy looked like Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers,
right? Yeah. He looked just like Kenny Powers. Like, I would love to show the clip on here, but we'll get flagged then. So it's fucking hilarious. And then he just starts doing the zingers over and over again. And when you're listening to the commentary from Tony Schiavone on it too, Tony's just playing it up so good in the back, while Jericho's lost into the ring.
Yeah.
And how could you not love Ralphus?
Dude. What a legend in WCW.
Bro, this guy is
look up the salary for Ralphus. He made a pretty good living for a trailer park man.
Jericho told the story about him. He said Ralphus had rats,
Ugh.
He said Ralphus legit had rats on the road.
Had rats?
Had rats, like the women that would follow the wrestlers around back in the day.
Oh, ring rats.
Yeah, the ring rats. So he said Ralphus had some rats when he got on TV. He said he went from, when they brought him on, he was the story behind him, I think he was a truck driver or set up the ring or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
That was his job. That was his real job there.
Wow.
Richie. That's how they had found him for the C. They had seen him.
That's hilarious.
He was driving the trucks and setting up the ring. And then they had saw him and he thought he'd be perfect for his thing. And what was supposed to be like a 1 or 2 off where he came out with them ended up turning out to be, him sticking with WCW till the end. And he said Ralphus, when he first started, was making like $500 an appearance on the show or whatever. I think it was actually like $500 a week extra for doing it. And Ralphus went in and asked for a raise.
Jesus Christ.
He said that Ralphus got a raise when he went to the main roster and was actually kind of performing on there. Only Jericho, though, could have got this freaking guy Ralphus over.
A guy like Ralphus over.
Bro, Ralphus coming out with that shirt that was cut up with his gut hanging out, and the Jericho personal security, and Chris Jericho in WCW. If you've never watched this era of him, like you're missing out.
It's one of Eric Bischoff's biggest mistakes that he admits was not taking care of Jericho better.
Yep. All right, I'll give you one here, another WCW moment, and I was going to use that one for my first one, but this is a great one too. He had many great feuds in WCW, but I think his biggest and his best feud in WCW to me was with Dean Malenko. And
absolutely.
Yeah, I think that was his best feud that he had was with Dean Malenko, and just he was very vicious to Dean in his promos. He was clowning on his family. Dean attacked him and couldn't get a match against him, all that shit. Dean's moniker was the man of 1,000 holds, and Chris Jericho came up with his own one night on Nitro, and it was the man of 1,004 holds, I think it was, right?
Yeah, 1,004 holds.
He had a list of 1,004 holds on this computer paper all the way down, and he
I'd say about 600 of them were armbar.
Yeah, armbar left, armbar right, dragon screw, But he went from he started this thing, and then the promo and reading the holds that he has more than Dean Malenko, and Mean Gene would always be great doing, found a way to draw more heat on Jericho. They go to commercial break, and when you come back from commercial break a couple minutes later, and this is before picture in picture, here is friggin' Jericho still reading the holds through the entire commercial break, and people who were there said,
that list would make Santa Claus list look
small. Yes. And people said literally, Richie, that he read him the entire fucking commercial break.
That's badass.
You gotta love a man that has the commitment to his character so much that he does some shit like that.
For sure.
What about you? Give me another one, buddy.
I got to skip over to the, I guess you would call it the Attitude Era still. As controversial as Chris Benoit is, I gotta say that the matches with Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit and the timing of Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit's feud were so vital for each other's career. They were both from Canada, both technical wrestlers, both submission artists, and you really wanted to see who the better one was of the two of them. So I got to say that the Chris Jericho-Chris Benoit feud for the Intercontinental title where they did the submission match where Jericho did the Lion Tamer up on, or the Walls of Jericho, I should say, up on the ladder, and had Benoit tap out and stuff like that. It was just an amazing time for their feud and stuff like that. Some of my favorite matches were Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit. So,
I got to be honest with you. I don't remember much of it.
It's crazy.
It's something I got to go back and revisit. Like
it was that special, dude.
Yeah, I got to go back and revisit that one. What year would that have been?
2001, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I don't remember that then. I mean, I know they had a couple of feuds and some matches and stuff, but I just don't remember a lot of their feuds together. I think a lot of Jericho's early stuff in WWF at the time, to me, is a little bit forgettable in some ways. Great moments he had, yes, but he didn't mesh right off the bat to me over there. He was kind of trying to find his footing.
Who was the black guy that he had as a security guard?
Jericho?
Yeah, in WWF.
Oh my God, who was it?
Dude with a flat top. He looked like fucking Mr. T, kind of.
Oh my God, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
You guys in the audience know, let me know.
Yeah, I don't remember with that, but I mean, him and Benoit, did they ever have a feud in WCW? I don't think they did they?
Now that you mention it, I think I only seen them have a match. I don't think it was many times.
Yeah, I don't even remember seeing them in a match in WCW too, which is kind of crazy because they were both such pivotal parts of Nitro. But I got to go back and I'm gonna look some of that up over the next couple of days just to see, because with how great Benoit was in the ring and how great friggin' Jericho was in the ring too, it must have been special matches for you to put it over to that level.
Sure.
So
for sure,
I could see it being one of them right there because those are just two special performers for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Laurent says, my favorite stuff of Jericho's is his Lionheart stuff. He should have been a world champion. It was a great start for his career with the Lionheart. That's probably your least favorite one, right?
Lionheart to me was a manufactured character for Chris Jericho that they fed him, and he just, when he did the heel turn, it was like everything clicked in his career.
Mm-hmm.
When it was the Monday night, when it was like Monday Nitro's Jericho or whatever you would say. That's when his career really took off. The Lion Tamer stuff was good. I'm not saying it was horrible, but just when he would come out and he would let the crowd rub on him and stuff like that, and just the music, the whole way around, it was just corny as fuck. He would bring flowers to the ring and shit, like just weird shit. You know
why the second version of him in WCW when he went heel, was better for him. It resonated more with the fans at the time because they loved heels at that time. The NWO, of course, heels were cool then. It was cool to be a heel. It was cool to be a bad guy and stuff. Yeah. And I think when he went heel, that's why it really changed for him. He had a nice little run there as a babyface, but being a heel for him was the one that turned his career around.
I think he was a big part of the reason why Goldberg's character started getting stale in WCW when he literally made him look bad. I think that was the beginning of the end for Bill Goldberg.
Didn't he beat him up backstage too or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Shows you Jericho's no bitch too. Goldberg's a big guy, man. And, people said through the years that he beat Goldberg up in the back.
Mr. Hughes.
Mr. Hughes. Okay, there we go. There you go. Good one. One of my favorite Jericho moments was WrestleMania 2000. The two matches in one with Benoit and Angle. First fall was the Intercontinental. Second fall was the European title. Good memory. Good memory there. Jericho is happy on the bubbly. Yes.
A little bit of the bubbly.
We'll talk about that next. We'll get into that one. I got to hit on that one. My favorite Jericho was when he was a Lionheart at Road Wild, previously Hog Wild in WCW. He nearly caused a riot saying Japanese motorcycles are better than Americans in front of all the bikers. That's ballsy shit right there.
I remember that shit. It was right in front of Hell's Angels and everybody.
Ralph was the truck driver who brought equipment from state to state, and Chris Jericho met him at a catering. But I'm not gonna lie, I'd fuck Ralphus, and I know you would too.
Fair enough. Everybody likes a good gummy bear every once in a while.
Oh Jesus! Jericho's WWF debut promo with The Rock was back and forth on the mic and awesome.
Yeah, nobody touched The Rock on the mic at that time. So to see somebody challenge him like that, especially to the likes of Chris Jericho just coming out and having the balls to do that his first night, that was pretty telling.
We'll hit on that one too in a second, guys. We'll talk about that a little bit more in depth. Benoit had great matches with Y2J and Kurt Angle. Don't forget, Chris Jericho was the first undisputed champ and the first AEW world champ. Good point, too, Rewind. Mr. Hughes, Jericho beat Austin and The Rock on the same. Yep. All right. Well, let's go back to the one, a couple of the ones we were just talking about here about Jericho. A little bit of the bubbly we'll do in a second, I think, because that is one of mine and yours favorite moments in AEW history. The musical chairs thing was funny, but let's just get into a little bit of bubbly first. Jericho in AEW was probably one of the best parts about it in the beginning to me. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say so. He brought legitimacy to AEW. You had the internet darlings, the Kenny Omegas, you had the Hangman Adam Pages, you had, all these different characters and stuff, but you were missing that one link that tied you to being a legitimate wrestling company and having somebody who had been to the big show and been champion up there. When they added Chris Jericho to their roster, it really wowed people because they didn't expect it. They thought Jericho was going to be a WWE guy for life, and they didn't expect him to step out and go in the Tokyo Dome against Kenny Omega. When he created the Painmaker character, he transferred that over to AEW, and you thought that's what you were going to get. Little did we know he was going to reinvent himself again and become Le Champion and start the Inner Circle and all that stuff that followed that. I always thought they should have stuck with that character and let that ride out and milk that fucking gravy train until the end of it, until they couldn't get any more. The Inner Circle was the best shit he's ever done in his career, in my opinion. He was firing on all cylinders with his promos, with his stupid baseball bat that he had and all that shit. Jericho had something you could tell he was offended by the treatment he got from the WWE from the list stuff. It's funny with WWE, and I got to trail off a minute because I just had a thought. When they get a guy like Chris Jericho or they get a guy like Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Steve Austin went through the same thing when Brock Lesnar came in, he started doing the what chants, and all of a sudden Austin became lesser than because it was like a comedic thing. Mm-hmm. They did the same thing with Chris Jericho with the list. And it got old. It was like, this is the biggest thing you have for one of your top guys of all time, Chris Jericho. You're having him come out and say fucking the list every 5 minutes. Like
you just made the list.
He's got so much more to offer. And yeah, that was a funny time, but that's all you have for Chris Jericho, It was a shame. And he took that personal,
Yeah.
And he showed them that he was going to go over, and Vince didn't believe him when he said he was going to leave. And he left and he went over to AEW and he became their first champion. And he legitimized that company and gave them the steam they needed to look like a threat.
Do you think they ended the Inner Circle too early in AEW?
Absolutely. I said, they should have rode that shit till the end. They should still have the Inner Circle. Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara,
Santana.
Ortiz. One of them's passed away, aren't they?
No. They're all still around.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's still alive. I couldn't believe that they got rid of this so as quick as they did. I think it lasted a year and a half, maybe.
It was
or something
ridiculous. Everybody loved it.
That vignette that they taped before his match with Cody Rhodes. I know we've talked about it through the years. If you guys haven't seen this, it's some of the funniest shit ever. It was so well produced by AEW too. Like, we'll shit on AEW all the time on the show here for stupid stuff. Like we will.
That was the one thing they did right.
Dude, they did that so right. Then they bring in Soul Train Jones with Virgil at it, with just the one-liners.
Chris Jericho since he was a baby boy.
What did he say about the goat or something like that?
Yeah. I can't remember.
Yeah, he said, I'd play it once again. I wish I could play it on the show, but then they would just freaking flag it right off the bat too. But him sitting in the bathtub, spitting the champagne out, and then he told this story.
Him just looking depressed while Sammy Guevara is telling him he's the guy. Shit, and he's just like
when he gives Sammy Guevara a kiss on the head.
Kiss on the head. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Like he was telling the story. I think it was like this week or last week on an interview I heard with him. And he was telling that a little bit of the bubbly was just a joke. It wasn't meant to go anywhere. And it ended up turning out to be a huge money maker for them.
It was the hottest wrestling shirt for like 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, they had a whole line of it where he was selling a little bit of the bubbly, and these things for making big money. Like
figures,
it was a huge,
everything.
Huge money maker for them. And, you mentioned about him kind of getting insulted with WWE's treatment. I think if he comes back to WWE, you're going to see that same Chris Jericho that's going to come back that I think probably was a little insulted by his treatment at the end here at AEW and where they've put him and how little regard they probably, from what it seems, that they've had for him. So
sure,
I think he's going to be a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble. That's my opinion.
It's a good possibility. It's a good fit for him. I don't know if they're going to have anything long-term planned for him. You know, Kevin Owens isn't there to kind of play off of that. There's no real feuds I'd like to see him do. Maybe an AJ Styles one or something like that. But you know, when you start thinking about people lining Chris Jericho up against, there's not many that I would really want to see him go against in WWE right now.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he'd be a full-time performer. Do you?
No, he's going to be a special attraction, maybe. You know, just like Brock Lesnar is part-time performer.
When he comes back, though, you know, people are going to forget that he has worked matches with probably so many of the people that are on there anyways, because, you know, he left about 6 years ago or 7 years ago, whatever it was. But he worked with a lot of those guys, too. But it's just going to show people will forget this and think they're going to be getting all these big-time matchups with them now that they've never seen if he goes back to WWE. When in reality, he's probably seen him again. So that's another cool thing about him kind of being able to reinvent himself, because there's a whole other generation of fans that might not remember those things that he did before. And
I'm going to be honest with you. If I were in WWE TKO's board, if I were Triple H, if I were whoever in charge, I would throw whatever fucking money I needed to obtain Chris Jericho for NXT and have him do the promo training.
Good idea.
They've got the in-ring performance training down great. You acquire Chris Jericho as a promo coach, and you're going to have people coming out of there spitting some fucking game on the mic.
Doesn't he live down there too, like right near there?
Yeah, it would be a great fit.
Yeah. I mean, who better to teach promo classes than one of the all-time greatest?
Yeah.
Like, I love that idea, actually.
Yeah.
Let's circle back to this, and then I'm going to ask for one more of your moments. But let's go back to his debut on WWF with The Rock and the whole Y2J, you know, thing coming and the countdown that they would do and all that stuff. Let's be realistic. They were putting him against their best guy on the mic right off the bat. Jericho was still a real young guy here. Been on a big stage with WCW, but that big stage was not what he was going to be doing here. He was going to be on a real big stage now, and they were going to start featuring him. His first night, they have him interrupt The Rock, and you would think that The Rock was just going to roast him on the mic and take him out and be better than him and just eviscerate him at that point. But I got to be honest, I've listened to this many times through the years. I think Jericho actually won the promo battle on his debut episode, and I think he held his own and beat The Rock in that. It was so tremendous to see, and I was such a big fan of him. And when he debuted, I was super excited as a kid. You know, I love Jericho, and I remember when he came out, I knew he was going to be able to just roast The Rock, and I love The Rock too. And maybe some people disagree with me. You guys tell me what you think. If you think he held his own, or you think if he beat The Rock or Rock beat him, whatever. That opening promo that he gave against The Rock was fucking fantastic. He held his own against one of the all-time greats right off the bat, and it just catapulted him towards the shit that he's done for 25 more years after that. Because I think, what did he debut in, 99?
99, yep.
Yeah, 99. But what do you think? Did he take The Rock in that opening promo, or did The Rock take him even? What's your opinion?
I think it was even. I think that The Rock... The Rock was a guy back then that didn't have to work with anybody he didn't want to work with. And I think he saw something in Chris Jericho when he came over, and that's why he agreed to do this. And it went off without a hitch, man. It literally made Chris Jericho a made man in WWF at that time. It legitimized him. And, that was one of the best feuds of his career, was him and The Rock. But I'll even go one further, man. Him and Triple H, throughout the course of his career, I think him and Triple H had some of the best chemistry with the promos he would cut on Stephanie McMahon, and that match where he won the WWF title and Triple H made Earl Hebner reverse the call, the same night and stuff like that, and robbed him of the title. And you could just see the fans wanted that moment of seeing Jericho finally get the championship.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of ways, Chris Jericho was the people's champ at that time. People really loved Chris Jericho, Y2J, at the time, man. He had a lot of special moments during that.
he was just over like Rover, man. He really was just on a different stratosphere at certain points. I even liked when he came back with the stuff with Randy Orton, like when he came back that time and they were kind of teasing it, the second coming and all that stuff. Like, I
think the worst shit he ever did was the Jericho show and
oh yeah,
the Jericho stuff. And the other time that I didn't really care for his shit was, oh God, I can't even think of it now. It was when he first started wearing the trunks instead of the tights, like the pants and stuff like that. And he first cut his hair and shit. And there was so much. I think it's what you're talking about, the Y2J Save Us vignettes and shit like that.
He came out with that fucking sequined, thing, the sequined jacket or vest that he had. Yeah,
which that was cool. That part was
the light up jacket was cool. They had him with this sequin thing. It was like a sequin vest that he would wear around.
I just think that his title reign that he had with the World Heavyweight Championship during that run was very forgetful. So.
Hey, Rewind, are you still out there? Let me know if you want to come on right now.
Shoot, gotta get you in a punishment bowl there, Rewind.
Yeah, if you want, tell us if you're still on. If you want to come on right now, and I'll drop the link in the chat. So
our fans want an update from you, brother.
Fucking A, we want an update for you.
We can talk about update. We want to
talk about Jericho stuff all day, but we want a little update from you. So let us know if you're still out there. If you want to come on, while we talk a little bit more about Jericho.
There he is. Yeah, that's quick.
He's there. Let's drop it. Hey, Rewind. I'm going to post the link in the chat.
Hope you got your shit queued up, John, for him, his entrance music.
Oh, it's always ready. I'm like Matt Cardona, always ready. Always. There you go. Rewind. Come on. It's been ages.
I think you're a little bit better than Matt Cardona, but okay.
always ready, Matt Cardona. Always ready.
I want to get Tommy Invincible on the show.
Who's that?
You don't know who Tommy Invincible is?
No clue.
The bald guy that comes out and yells, "Invincible!" Dude, look him up.
Tommy Invincible? All right. Never heard him.
Have you guys heard of Tommy Invincible in the crowd? Let me know.
Yeah, I've never heard of Tommy Invincible.
Okay.
That could be a new nickname for you, Richie Invincible.
Nah, fuck no. No, I'm not invincible. My old body's broken down, man.
Jericho, though, while Rewind gets set up and to come on. Jericho, man, I think he's got more time left in this business. I do. Yeah. I don't think it's anytime soon he's going to be going. I think you're going to get a few more years out of him at least. So.
I think that would, like I said, if I was WWE, I would throw whatever kind of money, whatever kind of perks he needs to, whatever kind of schedule he needs to be a promo coach. Fucking bring that dude down there, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. All right, we got a special guest to conclude the show tonight. He is. It's been a while since he's come on the show. We missed him. We've been asking for him for weeks, but he's been fucking MIA since his birthday.
Been eating ass and flogging mollies.
I can't wait to hear the stories that's been going on here, ladies and gentlemen. To all the people checking this out, I know you're excited. We got the one and only Rewind coming on right now, giving us a little update on life and maybe a punishment bowl segment.
Survive by wrenches.
Bam! There he is. Look,
what is up, dude?
The whip cracks in his intro, and there he is, right there.
Look at that Misfits jacket in the background.
Yeah. I got no pants on, so I'm trying to make sure I'm hitting it here, guys.
Let's see it, brother. Fucking hang it all up. Is that your bathroom?
No, it's my kitchen, back of my kitchen table. Yeah.
Jason, how you been, dude?
I'm good. And yourself? It's been like 3 or 4 months, dude. It's been longer than fucking a few weeks, dude. It's been a minute.
Yeah, you look great. You look great.
I look the same. You look great, Richie. I saw you like 20 minutes ago, before, the little massage I gave you.
Sure. Appreciate that.
Buttering him up real good, right?
Yeah. You're next, John,
Hey, if you got the magic hands, it's okay.
I got the magic touch.
Yep, he does.
You got the Dirk Diggler. You got the touch, man.
Yeah.
You got the touch. What's been new and exciting with you, buddy?
A lot of work.
When was your birthday?
Normal, easy going. I went to Denver. I knew a chick out there, and very easy going, nothing exciting.
What?
Got dinner.
Are you getting domesticated and shit on us?
No, dude. I guess. No, but I went on a date with this like super religious chick like 2 weeks ago, who doesn't believe in sex before marriage.
Way different.
Well, so I ate kick off chick's ass for my birthday. Who wouldn't do that? But that's like
Okay. Hold on. We're going way in different directions here. Okay, let's start. That's the story I wanted to hear first.
okay.
What happened there?
I know this chick for like a year. I met her on FetLife. We've been talking back and forth. She's in an open marriage, and I'm not married. And we've just been hanging, talking. And I flew out there on a Friday night or
Getting
Friday
chants in
evening.
the crowd, by the way.
What?
You're getting chants in the crowd. They're chanting rewind.
What's going on, buddy?
Go ahead.
We went down there. She has a really crazy job that I'm not gonna say online because I'll tell you guys out in the group chat if you want to know. It's out there. It's out there for me, dude.
Send it over in the group chat later. I got to hear this.
She a mental health counselor?
No, it's all on the table. Like yeah, we just hung out, you know, and she
Cake
lived in like
decorator.
we got cake and
What kind of cake was it?
vanilla, the best cake ever.
Okay.
Vanilla frosting too.
So what led up to the cake ass eating? I'm kind of interested.
I didn't eat I just ate off her ass and like her stomach and like her feet and her legs, you know.
So you took the cake and you like
Just had
splattered
fun
it
with
on
it.
this woman?
Yeah.
Lathered her up in it.
You never had like someone like
Did you flog her with the cake? Like did you?
No, she wasn't into that. We just, you know,
Oh, okay.
very vanilla stuff, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Vanilla like the cake you're eating.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about the religious chick?
So I got off the kink dating app.
Okay.
And in the beginning of the
So
summer,
you're done with that life.
no, I got back on it like 2 weeks ago.
What did you go on? What'd you go on? Christian Mingles or
Christian
something?
Mingle?
I got on POF.
Farmersonly.com?
I got on POF for the summer.
What's POF?
Playing with fishes.
Okay.
So I went on one date with this one chick who wouldn't shut the fuck up about her ex-husband for the first like
Oh, no.
40 minutes. Then I went on a date with a chick who cut hair. She was annoying. Then I met this religious chick like 2 weeks ago.
What made you swipe right on that one?
I said, well, she was hot, and I sent her a message, and then like we started talking, and we did a FaceTime call.
She tried to give you pamphlets?
Close, like, so she made a lot of money.
Did she ask you if you're going to hell?
I think I am. Then she's like, "Would you go to church with me?" I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." Then it was just like this whole thing. She wanted to go like line dancing,
Line dancing. Okay.
like redneck shit that you're into, Richie. And then
I'm not into it. I've done it. I'm not into it.
I said, "Yeah." You know, she was funny. She was cute. And then she started talking about like she had to divorce her husband because he was an adulteress and he loved cheating.
Oh, how's she gonna marry you, dude?
And like he was a non-believer and all this shit, and just a lot of head nodding. And
Did
then
you tell her you're a believer?
well,
Yeah.
it was we talked about like DIY stuff, and then she's like,
What
so
kind
she
of DIY?
like fixing her house up. So she dated this one dude for 3 months, and he tried to marry her, and she said no. Then he got married to someone else at the church after 3 months because he just wanted to get it in. And then she dated this dude for a year who asked to have sex. He said, "I hate when these Christian men think they're Christians, but they try to make a move out on me." Like it's been a fucking year, dude.
Is this lady a nun?
I don't know. And then like, no, she's not. Then I said it's not gonna work out after the first date.
I mean,
Dude, she makes 220,000 a year.
I mean that's great, but you're not gonna get it.
She's
So
gonna
she-
retire. She's
so
gonna
she-
retire in 8 years and
Mhm.
take over her father's mortgage company part time.
This
And
lady
she
sounds boring, man.
And she legit will not have sex before marriage.
Yeah.
You know, good for her, but it sounds like even after marriage, she's not willing to.
Who the
do it.
fuck?
And I'm gonna be honest with you, it ain't gonna be the type of sex that you're into, real.
Fuck no. It's
No.
She's gonna lay on her back and say, "Hey, here you go," and that's about it.
You never
You
know
know.
though. But yeah.
It sounds like she's boring as fuck. I don't know how you made it through that one, pal.
Did you know she was religious when you hit her up?
Yeah. Well, I didn't think she was that religious. I thought she was just like, you know, I believe in
She a
God.
Mormon?
No, she's a like hardcore Christian. Like hardcore
Okay.
Christian. Like
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's like,
we're two opposites.
yeah.
Can you imagine me talking to her about like my experiences? Like my exes?
My God, you're all
Bro.
like, I flogged the shit out of this bitch for 24 hours in the woods. She's out, dude.
I
That's
dated
it.
an escort for a year, you know?
Yeah,
You sitting in a
Hey,
restaurant
takeout
with her,
and ass.
telling her things, man. You going in the restaurant with her ass and stuff,
She's
man.
gonna
Fire's
throw
gonna be
coffee.
lighting in the background.
She's
The
gonna throw a
crazy-
coffee at you like that one bitch did.
The crazy thing is about like vanilla dating is I can't make stupid jokes about like I'm gonna spank you and what are you into, like, you know, I can't, like, it's fucking weird, dude. I gotta ask like what do you do for a living? You know what I mean?
You gotta be normal, like not outside of your realm, you know.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, dude. I can't ask about how big your ex-boyfriend's dick is. You know, I can't do shit like that.
Have you done that? Okay, it wouldn't surprise me.
I bet you he has, bro.
Dude,
I
did
bet I have
you
to.
know what you know what you should have done? Rewind is your
Draw a
trademark.
picture.
You should have sent your dick pic with the Bible next to it,
I
holding the
still have her,
Bible.
I still have her number.
You need to dress your dick up like a pastor.
Or like Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
On a scale of
You
1
could
to
do
10,
you could do a Raven moment and crucify your penis. She would definitely cancel you.
I
on
think
a-
she'd call the cops on me, dude.
on a scale
Yeah,
of
I know
1
a
to,
guy that did that once. It didn't end up well for him.
so on a scale of 1 to 10, rewind with hotness. What is she? 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. What would you have ranked her in hotness?
Probably like an 8.
That's a good
But,
score.
okay, but
Yeah.
here's my question: was it an 8 because you couldn't have her in that way?
No, it just
Like she was hard to get.
no, she was funny. She was very smart. Like I had never felt dumb before on a date, but she made me feel dumb on a date.
That's never good. That's
Not like-
never good.
But not like she was just explaining like type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes to me. She was an operating room nurse. My mom's
Holy shit, this girl's been around the block, dude.
She has a master's in nursing. She has a bachelor's in some kind of fucking engineering shit. All her student loans paid off.
God, how
Her
many
house
times
is-
has she gone to school?
Fuck, fine. Her house is paid off. Her cars are paid off. Her fucking dad sounds rich as shit. Like she lives in a very, very nice part of town.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like Jesus, but like my
Yeah.
mom's a nurse. I met my mom's friends. It's just I've dated other nurses before, but it just like I don't know, dude. She just was like, and she was attractive too. I didn't think she was real at first either, because I'm like, you want to do a FaceTime call, and this is like 8 o'clock at night. She's like, let me take my dog to the dog park. I'm like, the dog park's fucking closed, dude. It's fucking dark out.
8 o'clock into the
Tonight.
dog park?
Yeah, she's like, oh, and she got back. She's like, oh, the dog parks are what come as you go. I'm like, okay, is that some kind of rich person thing? Like, what the?
Right?
They have 24-hour security at the dog park.
Yeah.
And also have like I'm thinking like if she came over to my house, I have like nude artwork, like BDSM artwork on my wall.
Dude.
I have a fucking portrait, like a watercolor portrait, fucking painting my dick in my bathroom.
Yeah, she would be out. You really have that?
Yeah, I had a chick paint it. She said I had a beautiful dick. She wanted to do a watercolor.
Holy shit. That's pretty badass. That's like Steve-O's painting he's got of his friend that jizzed all over it and painted it.
I gotta take it down when my mom comes over, but you know, it's all.
Yeah, yeah.
Your mom doesn't want to see your schmeckle
I
like
feel
that
like
anymore.
Richie's
Right.
like Richie's getting down. I feel like there's none of this phasing Richie as I used to, man. He's
Dude,
in.
I'm in. You've sucked me into the fet life. I gotta
He's been
Yeah.
researching new methods on a weekly basis since he
for
hasn't
sure,
talked to you.
dude.
Yeah, friend request me, you know.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
What is it called?
There's Fet Life. It's like Kink Facebook.
Okay.
John's like, what the fuck?
Ken.
I didn't know what POF was either, you know? And then
Bitches.
I've never been on a dating app in my life.
Good for you, dude. It's a
I've
fucking dumpster fire.
It's a dumpster fire.
That's what everybody tells me. That's what everybody tells me that's on them. They said it's just a shit show and a free for all.
So there's a chick I met on one like 2 years ago, maybe. We're like platonic friends
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, but like, yeah, she goes on. She's been on all apps, and she said they're all dumpster fires. So I don't fucking know.
Did you ever go on an app, Richie?
I've been on the POF one back when I was like 22, I would say.
Okay.
I spent one night on it and lost interest quick because it was just you get dates really quickly and stuff like that, but I'm not that guy, man. Like I'm the type of guy that like I go to a bar and like I'm just sitting there and I kind of pick out whoever it is that I'm having a conversation with, and I like genuinely meeting someone out there. Not that I'm saying anything that Rewind does is wrong. I'm just saying for me personally, I like being out and about and meeting somebody. So
Well, I don't drink, so and I hate
Yeah.
bars, so you know.
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. So it's
Yeah.
hard for you to have that social setting. For me, that was my problem. Is I liked being the guy that was like, "Hey, everybody have shots on me," and whatever the fuck, you know. Like I just like
Yeah.
everybody having a good time. So
Is being a non-drinker rewind, like, is it something that, turns women off sometimes if you don't drink or anything like that? Have you noticed?
I don't think so. I've only been on like a handful of dates where they drink.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly just for their nerves. I meet a lot of weed smokers, like a lot
Mm-hmm.
of weed smokers.
You
But not.
used to dabble in weed, didn't you?
I was like when I was in high school, I was a huge
Yeah.
pothead. But like around 18, I was just done with everything. I still
Yeah.
drink from time to time. Like I think last time I had a drink was when I went to SmackDown, and before that was like a date 2 years before that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't know, it's not my thing. But like
Right.
here and there, I don't know.
Well, damn, bro, we missed you for sure.
I know.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
We missed you for sure, man. We're glad to see you're
You
back.
still
and
you
doing
still
well.
watching wrestling and keeping
I
up
watch
with it?
Raw every fucking Monday. I'm still lucky on Peacock. I go back and watch all the old stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a big Cody Rhodes fan, dude.
Are you?
Dude, he can talk, he can wrestle, he's got a big dick, he's easy on the eyes. What else what else is there?
What else
You know?
is there? Even the lisp is kind of hot, you know?
Yeah. No homo,
Yeah, for sure. I forgot to say that.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win the match this weekend at Crown Jewel? You think it's going to be Cody, or you think it's going to be Seth? Who's taking it?
It's got to be Cody. He won last year against Gunther. By the way, Gunther's dog shit.
Dude,
Just dog shit.
I haven't seen Gunther.
He's
since
been off for a
SummerSlam.
long time.
So you were
It
giving
sucks.
you're giving Natty shit for calling out was it Natty or who was it? So there's some chick was calling out matches. Was it Becky Lynch or was it Natty that was calling out matches? Like in this,
Oh,
You
it's
get
Becky Lynch.
Yeah, you
Becky
gave
Lynch.
the match between CM Punk and Gunther. Gunther was calling out the whole fucking match. in the
Was he
ring.
really?
Yeah, even Michael Cole had to make some excuse saying he was like fucking talking shit as he's calling it out. He's
I'll have to go back
slow.
and watch that.
He's slow. He calls out the matches. I don't get it, dude.
I love Gunther.
I
can't
love
say-
Gunther. I love his promos. I think he's one of the guys that takes it more serious with his character outside as well. Like he doesn't pull the curtain up at all, and he lives his gimmick. And I think that's what I respect about him is he's bringing back that old school feel of like be your character outside of the ring too. So that's kind of why I like him, and he's just different than all the other cookie cutter bullshit. They're even ruining the Usos right now too. I feel like they're taking a way big step back with those two. With this Eli Drake feud or LA Knight feud doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, why the fuck did they do this shit?
You think Jay's going to turn heel? That's the way it looks like to me.
Absolutely he is. But why? He's one of the biggest babyface merch movers. Why would you do that business wise? It's just stupid.
I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I think he's going to turn heel. I think Dom's going to leave Judgment Day or they're going to break up. He's going to go along with the Americana.
Finn Balor needs to go back to being by himself as the demon.
Yeah. You don't. Yeah. You think him and AJ should get together before AJ retires?
That would be cool. That would be cool. Something like that. But Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are already gone, so you can't really.
Yeah.
Can't really play off of that.
They've come and gone so many times, so I'm sure they could find a way to bring him back for a few months again or something like that. They needed to, but
yeah, I just like Finn Balor by himself. I think he stands out on his own. I don't think he got a good enough run when he had that one night Universal title run, and I think he's still a top contender and can put WWE on his back. He's that talented.
We talked about it a few times through the weeks here on the show, Rewind, but you haven't been on, so we haven't been able to get your insight. Who's going to be John Cena's career is almost over here, so 5 more dates I think he's got. Who's going to be Cena's final match? Who do you think?
What doesn't make sense to me? It should have been Cody. He should have kept the belt. First off, John Cena's heel run was dog shit. It was just
he should have kept the fucking belt.
Well, I don't think he should have turned heel. I think that Cody should have turned heel. And that's what they should have done.
Cody should have turned heel, and they should have did the face turn with John Cena like they did, but they should have did the heel turn with Cody Rhodes when he won the belt from Cena.
Well, you guys watched what was that? The reality show, not the reality show, the documentary on Netflix. What the fuck was it called? Where they go behind the scenes or whatever.
Yeah.
The one on Netflix, right?
Yeah, Triple H said they thought about Cody first and then Cena. Cody should have done it. It would have made more sense. It would have fell through. It would have been a lot better than Cena. I also missed Cena's complete run. When he came on, I stopped watching wrestling. First Cena match I watched was the Royal Rumble. So it doesn't mean shit to me. But I think Cody would have done a better job turning heel.
WWE Unreal.
That's what it is.
Unreal. Yeah, there you go.
Which is
When he leaves, do you think it's going to be a better product for them when he leaves? Because this has been the entire last year. It's just all been everything's just been about this. Do you guys think it's going to be better for them as a product next year with him not being around anymore?
Yeah, I think John Cena's been flying half cocked through this whole thing. I think he's more focused on just soaking it in, the moments and stuff like that. The matches have kind of been corny and hokey. He did it was like he would do his belt finisher every time where he'd hit him in the head with the belt or get a cheesy ass win that way. And for no rhyme or reason, there was no follow up with The Rock involved in the storyline, which was detrimental to it. Like, they just had some weird, odd things that just seemed like it wasn't fully thought out, and to have him come on there, and they should have had him be completely fucking opposite of anything he was during his face run. They should have had different music. They should have had him come out in suits or done a play off the Hollywood thing. Like, I'm an actor now and all this shit, big time actor, and you guys are beneath me. That's what they should have done with John Cena's heel run. Not this fucking crybaby fucking, I think you guys are going to forget me. What the fuck is that? Like,
I'm here to destroy it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they had a falling out with Travis Scott, and that's what fucked it up, supposedly. That's what Paul Heyman said in so many words. So
who didn't expect that, though? Travis Scott is a piece of shit.
You didn't have to be on the Psychic Friends Network to fucking figure that one out. That was about to happen.
Go watch that Astro World fucking documentary. That shit will fuck you up. Good Lord.
Oh,
fuck
shit.
that guy.
Well, Jason.
Yeah, are good, man.
No. Go ahead, buddy.
I was going to say the Cena's run, but from his heel run, the best was with Cody, hands down, I think. Cody can talk, he can wrestle. It made it entertaining. Him with everyone else, I just tuned out. It was a bathroom break.
Yeah, for sure.
I lackluster all the way.
I'm looking forward to seeing it going. Be honest with you, I'm past all these fucking part-timing motherfuckers coming back and just ruining the show. Like, just be done.
Give
with
us
it,
some continuity. Give us somebody new, something exciting.
To see a Punk win the belt one more time.
2000s era, the Attitude Era, all that shit is over with, man. Quit reliving it. You can't rehash it. These guys are done.
What'd you say, everyone?
Is CM Punk done? He's going to win the belt one more time.
I think he's going to win it one more time.
They're setting it up with him to do it at Mania against Rollins, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't stand CM Punk, dude. He's a narcissistic motherfucker, dude.
Wow.
I can't stand him.
I thought you would have liked it with AJ Lee coming back and, the mental health thing and all that. I thought you would like that.
My whole thing is, like, I don't have a problem with paying $30 a month for the ESPN app. Like, that's how much a pay-per-view was back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is I had ESPN Plus since the beginning when it was like $10 a month or $40 a year.
Me too.
Yeah, when UFC first got it. And ESPN, I know ESPN Plus and this one is different. ESPN Plus was the worst fucking app I've ever fucking had. It is dog shit.
Yeah.
And I refuse to fucking put any money towards ESPN. That app was so fucking bad.
Yeah,
it was horrible. Sure. So I'm taking Stephanie Mann's fucking lead and doing what's it, VPN or whatever?
Yeah,
so
Shark.
Yeah, no, I have no problem paying $30 a month, but the app, it's got to be the same. It's dog shit, dude. It is fucking dog shit.
Who do you got on the White House card?
I haven't even been watching. So who's on it? Who's on the card?
I don't know who's going to be on, but who, like in a perfect rewind setting, who would you put on the White House card?
I do Nate Diaz versus Connor 3. I do. What would I do? Nate Diaz versus Connor 3. I would do John Jones versus Tom Aspinall.
Who do you got in that fight?
Tom. I think John's too old. He's ducking him. There's a reason he left. DC had a whole very good point about it. DC said he's the same age as John was when he would fight Tom. And he said, John said, you're too old for me, all this shit. I'm going to beat you no matter what. And so it sort of flip roles, if that made sense. I put Frankie Edgar on that fight. Prime Frankie Edgar. He was one of my favorite fighters of all time. I'd put him against... I don't know who I'd put him against.
Diego Sanchez.
Nightmare.
Greg Mayer, 4 or 5.
Yep.
I put Rumble Johnson on that. He was one of my favorite fighters too.
R.I.P. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he was a fucking bad motherfucker.
Rumble Johnson versus Derek Lewis would be my fucking one of my all-time
Just
favorite
slug
fights.
it out.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
I think Rumble put him to sleep.
Yeah.
If Derek Lewis isn't on that White House card for real, I'm not watching.
I don't know. I think I'm in the same boat as John. I don't feel like they should be doing it at the White House. I feel like it should be like it's the fucking White House, dude. So I don't know.
It's kind of weird, and like you can't even get tickets to it. Like it's only invite only. I was sitting there, I'm like, because when I made a joke on the show a couple weeks back when Hamzat fucking fought Duplessis, and he's screaming at the weigh-in Allah Akbar. I'm like, that guy probably shouldn't fight on the weigh-in card.
He ain't gonna be on it.
How do you feel about the Prince Turkey, whatever his fucking name is, being involved with WWE, being involved with the UFC, and all that shit?
Are you talking the Saudi Arabian government or
Yeah, the guy who fucks his cousin. Yeah, that guy.
Turkai or whatever?
Yeah, Prince, whatever Turkey his name is. He married his first cousin. They kill fucking journalists. There's slaves over there. I don't know where.
I'm gonna be honest with you with my feeling with this, okay? And this is. I think that there's crimes against humanity going on between both places, Israel and Saudi Arabia, and I think they're both very horrible places to live and very brutal fucking people because they've been at war the whole time they've been in existence. So that's all that guy knows. He's been brought up that way. I'm not saying it's right, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm just saying that's the reality of the culture over there. It's a very brutal environment to come up in. You're taught not to be a caring, compassionate person. You're taught to take and take and take and dominate. And if they don't switch over to your religion, then they're the enemy. The Jews call you goyim, and the fucking Muslims call you fucking infidels, right?
Yeah.
So it's taught both the same either way over there. And in my opinion, WWE made a huge vital mistake getting involved with that over there. I think it's blood money. Me and John have called it that since the beginning.
It is.
One of our best episodes of all time was John talking about that journalist incident and to get the fuck out of there right away, So I think they need to end their partnership immediately. I think they need to denounce going over there, especially, WWE has been pushing this woman's narrative for so long, women's wrestling and all this shit. And you're flipping the narrative now and going to a place where they can't be creative or themselves or whatever.
Have to wear a fucking bodysuit. They can't even, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is the fucking point in that? And what is the message that you're trying to get across? How hypocritical are you, So I'm very upset about it. I'm offended. I won't be watching WrestleMania that year. I don't care who's in the card. I'll boycott it.
That's where I'm at too. I'm like, should I watch it? I watch Royal Rumble. I watched the fucking Terry Crawford's fight. But like, it's blood money. Should I be watching this shit? Like, where do I draw the fucking line? You know what I mean?
Yeah, my morals and shit like that, I won't watch it. I won't.
Well, they're self-admitting. They're not doing it for anybody to come there for tickets. They don't care about it. They're going to price you out anyways. They're in it for their own personal gain.
Yeah. Nick Khan has totally turned it into a money-generating company where Vince McMahon, he even said it in an interview, he said Vince was more focused on having families come and have moments. That's why he priced the tickets the way he did. And now they need to maximize on profit like the UFC. Mm-hmm. I'm good on all that. You can take your fucking WWE product and shove it up your ass if that's what you're going to do. If you're going to keep going to Saudi Arabia every year for fucking WrestleMania for blood money, I'm good, dude. I don't need it.
So you're going to put Stephanie McMahon in the Hall of Fame before Vince. I know Vince.
They're going to put Stephanie before Shane. They're going to put, I could go on for days on this, man. Stephanie McMahon going in the Hall of Fame right now is like, what the fuck?
Before fucking Vince is crazy. I know you have to be able to separate the art from the artist. I know that all that shit, but Vince is wrestling. You know what I mean?
There would be no WWE. There would be no WWF. There would be no Monday Night Wars. There would be no pay-per-view. There would be no WrestleMania without Vince McMahon.
And Stephanie's
he
going
has
to be
not been convicted to this day of anything, by the way.
Yeah, but even the people who I know that wait for it all happened, but there's people who can't stand Vince McMahon, which I understand, but you got to be able to separate.
They allowed Brock Lesnar to come back before he was even dismissed from it. Why is Vince gone?
I don't fucking. But you got to be able to separate the art from the artist, and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People have a problem doing that with everything, though, nowadays. That's why
Jimmy
they take everything so
killed
personally.
his fucking girlfriend, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
And how many times was he welcomed back?
Yeah.
Fucking Chris Brown beat the shit out of Rihanna. His next album went to #1.
Yep.
Like, it's fucking 100%. Crazy.
Yeah. Yep. P. Diddy, look at him. He's doing 4 fucking years for being a monster.
Well, he only got, what was it, the Mann Act? That's something he got convicted of?
Prostitution, moving prostitutes across state lines. That was it.
Yeah, the Mann Act. Yeah, that's what we got fucked for. Yeah.
He's going to be out
4
maybe
years.
Yeah, and he's already got over a year of time served. So
he's
going to be out
in life, and he got 4 fucking years.
Yeah, and he'll be out in less than 3 probably.
Yeah. Still a billionaire, still moving.
Pretty fucking wild world that we live in, huh?
Dude.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I got to get off because
Yeah, sorry, guys.
No worries. I could talk all night.
Dude, I'm so happy you were on tonight. Thank you
Yeah.
for coming out, dude.
It's just
It was
work
good
and
staying
shit,
up.
man, and
For sure.
family shit. Yeah, I'll
No,
be back next
absolutely,
week.
absolutely.
I can't do
All right.
Thursdays, but I'll be on Wednesdays.
Perfect.
We'll be back next Wednesday for sure, buddy.
All right,
Well,
cool.
it's great to see you, Jason.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Be
Appreciate
good,
it.
buddy. Yep. Always great to see you, Rewind, man.
Love Rewind, man. One of my favorite human beings on planet Earth.
Man, he's a
Wish we
great
had
guy.
more of him in our life.
Yeah, everybody. We appreciate it, everybody. Richie, closing thoughts before we sign off, my friend.
I appreciate you guys showing out each and every week. This is one of my favorite moments every week, and we have fun. We have fun, and we go off topic. And I know for those of you who watch on YouTube or Facebook or any of the, thank you, Rewind. We appreciate you, brother. I know that we have these topics set up as our main topics, and we drift off. But that's the beauty of our show. Like, we're gonna touch on a little of everything. You're gonna get shit sprinkled in from every which way. And we're always consistent, though, in the fact that we bring a good show. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll see you down the road like usual.
We're here to have fun, and we might get to the topic right off the bat. This isn't some professional show or anything. That's, like you said, the fun of the show and what we do. And I love the fact that it took us an hour and 20 minutes to get to the main topic tonight, and we were having such a good time.
Dude, we get a lot of negative comments for that. A lot of people are like, what the fuck? Why are you taking so long to get the topic? Oh, sorry,
that's what I say to that one right there.
Yeah.
Go
It's our
stick it.
show. You can either watch it or don't.
Like Hogan said, if you don't like it, stick it.
Stick it. Yep.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Right back here on Wrestling with Reality. We thank you for your time. You guys have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you very soon right here on Wrestling with Reality.